grape in my mouth.
What up, everyone? Hello.
Hello, everybody.
It's good to see all our amazing Twitch fam. Salty Soul Rider and D Gamer Aries. Oh, you guys are awesome. Striking a pose. That's right. Yeah.
I wasn't striking
Always.
a pose. Philip was talking to me.
Saw that.
I still face. I can't.
Oh.
Thumbnails are funny.
Thumbnails are great.
What thumbnails?
Your thumbnails,
Oh.
sir.
Oh, for the YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Because I was double checking the number, like what number we're on.
Was I right?
13. Yes, you were correct.
Number 14. Our last one was 13. Wow. Hopefully it was positive
So
things.
we're on 13.
Huh?
Aren't we on 13?
No, the
No.
Or did you
YouTube
not-
video is the current YouTube video is 13. So tonight is number 14.
Well, you didn't
Yeah.
post it in your Discord, so I was one off.
Oh, you're
and
right. I forgot to
apologize.
post that in my Discord. I apologize. So.
Don't apologize, you're good.
To answer your question there, D Gamer, Philip was actually asking me what songs I'd be performing. So
Philip isn't always a Debbie Downer. He sometimes that's just the playful interaction that they have.
Yep.
Yeah. He it's really.
Sometimes Philip plays off the emotions that Emillynn is feeling. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to have that nice balance between, yeah, we're all gonna make it, and then we're all gonna die.
It is a
Right?
fine balance.
It is a fine balance. Yes.
I mean, I think the statement should change to not "we're all gonna die" is "Lorkris is gonna die."
I forgot my coffee out there. My mom
or
distracted me.
at least Lorkris is gonna die.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's a
gotta
given.
remember, like my character came close to dying too. That first goblin battle where it was just the three of us.
Oh yeah.
I almost died, and then the Chimera brought me to
Yeah.
1. I
Yes.
almost
I
died
don't
there
even-
too.
Actually, I think
Yeah.
only two character. Well, no. Okay, one time Fern was close because she got swallowed by the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but truly unconscious, only
Nah,
Lorkris and Fern. I mean, Rylar, right?
Rylar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rylar did go down in that bog witch fight. Sounds like me as I watch you all fight. I go, yes, take that nat 20, then OMG fumbles.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get.
That's a good idea. I have to put that on the shirt. OMG fumbles.
Though this doesn't pertain to the what happened last week, it was something that oh goodness, I literally just had it and I forgot it. No.
No. Does that help?
No. It was an interesting anecdote.
I hate it when
and
that happens.
I know, and I literally was just so excited, and my excitement just like escapes me.
It'll come back
It'll
when
come
you
to me
least
randomly in
expect
the middle
Yeah.
of in the middle of
It'll
the
come
game.
back
tonight, I'll be
randomly.
like,
when you
by
least
the
expect
way,
it. Yeah.
interrupting this important moment.
And by the way, I will share with you that don't worry that having that happen to you will happen far more often. Wait a minute, that's not a good thing.
Already.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those thought trains that you start and then you're like you branch off into something else and then you're like, wait, what was my original idea?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, train derails. It does make you wonder sometimes, though.
What was it?
Is it
trying
having
to
to
wonder
pertain
what-
to last session?
What?
It had nothing to do with last session. It just had to do with the interesting, like a theme or something. I don't know. It's not important. It was just silly.
Oh, squirrel!
Oh, I know. It's still shiny. Someone touched a click clack.
Yeah, I
Angry
gotta love
Math
those
Rock.
thought trains where you're thinking, and then you walk into a room and you're like, wait, what was I just thinking about?
Yeah. Why did I
that
come in this
particular
room?
phenomenon is actually referred to as an event barrier. Yeah, anytime you walk through an archway or a doorway or a portal of some kind is when your brain shifts from one space to the next. So sometimes you forget what happened in the first space. Yeah.
Hey, Dagoth.
That is a...
Dagoth!
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah. I was gonna ask the same thing, Aries. How are you doing, Dagoth? You feeling better, man? You were sick yesterday.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
And Lars, if he makes it tonight, he wasn't feeling well either. It's funny because Lars is in Europe and and Dagoth is here in the States, so they got infected through the computer.
No, not
Oh,
the
no.
COVIDs.
That sucks, Dagoth. I'm sorry.
Again?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
How
no,
long are
oh,
you
no.
having to isolate?
The newer variants don't have to isolate as long.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. We don't even, like, even if we have contact at, like, with my job, even if we come into contact, we don't have to isolate unless we test positive.
Yeah, we have to have close proximity, 15 minutes or more, for it to count for us to have to
5 days?
even test. No, for us to even test if someone tests positive and we work with them. Like,
Going on 5 years now.
yeah. It's ridiculous.
Well, so, ladies and gentlemen and germs, we're here tonight for session 14 of the Isles in the Mist Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, StormyD of Storm Saga Games, Dungeon Master and NPC voice extraordinaire. I'm gonna start over here. We're gonna go backwards this time, and across the way, we're gonna start with introducing extirpatefate. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, I'm extirpatefate. You can also call me Fate if the first half is difficult, which I get. Anyway, I am playing Lorkris, the Paladin Cleric.
Goliath.
That is a Goliath, yes. He is a very short, tall Goliath.
Very short to talk, Goliath.
All right.
Yes.
And then next, oh, by the way, remember, guys, that extirpatefate. Chris is here. Whoa, that's awesome, dude. That's a big deal. So, sorry to interrupt the train here, but Chris, it's good to have you tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Chris, how's your new job?
Yeah. How's your new job? And
Inquiring minds want to know.
yeah, exactly.
Mainly me.
Yeah, us too, all of us. So tell us in chat, and I'm going to continue with this introduction train. So next to the amazing Fate, who is also a streamer, we have the other streamer, Druid IRL. Introduce yourself, Druid, please.
Druid IRL, but you can just call me Druid. I'm playing Fern, and she is a wood elf Circle of Spores druid. Shocker.
Oh, that's with sarcasm. I got it.
And then finally over here, the leader of the party, my significant other. itsStarkitty. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. I am itsStarkitty. I am not a streamer except on Saturdays for the D&D stream, and sometimes I occasionally drop in on camera on Stormy's stream, but if sometime in the future I may start my own streaming. But yeah, I play Emillynn Ray, the bard. She is a College of the Battle Singer bard. Taking this party through all the quests that we can get our hands on and making money, discovering new areas, and talking to Philip.
Your imaginary friend. Yes. Chris says...
Philip is real.
Well,
It's real.
it can be real and imaginary at the same time. Chris says, it didn't go well, sadly. The boss has problems. Still, I'm doing other stuff, so I can't go back to my old hours. I'm here just because I had an interesting evening and I need to eat something. Oh, right on. So might as well say hello. Excellent. Well, we appreciate whenever you can hang out with us, Chris. No pressure, as always. Come and go as you need, as you see fit. You are always welcome here.
And it's always good to see you when you can drop in.
And Aries, you're right. She is a war bard, without a doubt.
I will say I read that as waterboarding hype, and I was like,
what?
I was like, well, yo, that went dark. And then I realized I was wrong.
Yes, my bard likes to kick names and take. Wait.
Okay. So, recap of last week. The party had made their way back to home base, the Misty City. They had gotten their rescuees over to the medical facilities, the medical temple medical facility. Excuse me, sorry. Coffee burp or coffee hiccup. I don't know what that was. And Lorkris had also, briefly spoken with the head healer there to see if she could give him some insight into the strange greenish tint to his eyes, the phenomenon that's happening in his eyes. And then also everybody went back home, reported. Actually, they ended up meeting some sort of VIP at the MGA, some Lord Henron. Yeah. And apparently the person that they rescued, one of the people they rescued, the person that issued the quest and the big bonus was someone named General Goliath. And that person is obviously some high-ranking military person at one of the nation states back on the main continent. But that was just some of the interesting details. The party members are back at the guild, which is Mr. Jocko's Relic Hunters Guild, and they had started relaxing in the garden, Fern's garden, and we're chatting and getting to know each other better. And they decided they had finally remembered to go ahead and take a moment to grill Rylar.
It was not grilling, it was getting to know him better.
It was an
We were
interrogation.
just basting. Broiling and grilling are different. Saying. Next time we'll use an air fryer.
I guess next time we do any kind of a, getting to know session, my character needs to start singing that song from The King and I. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yes. Who's Jocko? Oh, yeah. That was
We love Jocko.
That was great. The gamer Aries asked Jocko, said Jocko, we love you, and I'm like, who's Jocko?
Everybody be nice to Stormy, okay?
I was going to say Jocko is the main NPC that you play for us right now.
Sorry.
It's the second main NPC you play for us right now?
Yeah. That's true. Sorry. Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah, I have to share with you guys. We're gonna have a blast tonight. My game might be a little bit 5% off just because I have not been sleeping well for an entire week, and it's so. But this coffee's starting to kick in, and the adrenaline rush and the joy of being here with these amazing players
And this amazing chat.
And fan
And the amazing
Twitch fam.
chat.
And
This
yes,
amazing DM.
Can you thank you. I was gonna get to that. And our amazing community, our Twitch fam that we've built together.
Don't forget to sign up for Community Day.
Yes.
You must go say that you are interested, or you will not be able to join the voice chat.
Yeah, you can watch, obviously. You can come and watch the stream and chat in stream and interact in stream. But if you want to play in the games and interact with the voice chat, you gotta sign up to the event that's in my Discord.
When is the last
Or
day
you
for...
will not be able to join.
When is the last day for signups?
Last day 24 hours in advance.
Yes. So basically, July 15th. But
Yes.
you have to sign up by July 15th, that Friday.
Yes. Because that will be the day I'm setting up the voice chat.
And what time are we starting Community Day?
Community Day is July
No, what time?
16th. 1 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
So we're gonna shoot for an 8 to 10 hour stream.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's my. We'll see what I can do. I'm confident
We got this.
with you guys, we can make it happen. We might end up having like a short break window at some point, you know, or you know, I mean, we can just come and go and be casual about it and just, you know.
Unless you want to see Stormy eat on stream.
I mean, I have before. I mean, most people don't mind, you know.
I mean, we do
like,
it all the time. Sorry, Aries.
Yeah.
As they're literally doing it right now. Are you eating chips or crackers?
They're eating Doritos.
Chips.
Chips and fruit.
Yeah.
Ah.
Cool
Wait.
Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
And-
Oh
fruit.
man, I'm so jelly. I love Cool Ranch.
I was so sad
The
when
best.
Taco Bell got rid of the Cool Ranch Dorito tacos.
Yeah.
I was like, no!
I know, that was my favorite.
But we actually ended up stopping and eating Taco Bell years ago.
Yeah.
Especially after they got rid of the Mexican pizza. But
Anyway.
Anyways, you were doing a lovely recap of what happened last session.
oh yeah, I think that was basically it. They had they had been spending time together in their garden, and the plan was that evening, after they finished up with that conversation, which was at the end of the session last time, they were going to go see if they could find Team 2 and invite them over to Castaway Inn, and they were going to go over and have food and drinks and see if Emillynn Ray can
Hop on the stage and
yeah,
perform.
finagle a performance up there, and potentially meet with Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, we invited him.
Yes, they invited
And
Lieutenant
Fern
Dan
invited
Bruno.
Ice cream.
Fern was like, you're coming.
Does the Castaway Inn serve ice cream?
I don't think ice cream has been invented yet.
Darn. So I can't go, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Yes, you're right. You cannot do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
If you're reading a
sometimes
book, you
movies
could
are
say
so
Lieutenant Damn I Scream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
D-Gamer's
But,
right. It has been too many streams without a wonderful parody bard song from my amazing Starkitty.
Yes. I've got like several others that are in the works, but I haven't quite finished them yet. But I have some prepared for tonight.
All right.
I'm so excited.
What will you play?
Well,
No
I guess
idea.
we'll do the usual thing. Not a huge amount of things happened. Well, I guess you guys got to know each other and learn some things about Rylar and each other. And so, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna roll and see. You guys can tell me what stood out to your character the most about last week. Starkitty. Emillynn Ray, I should say.
What stood out to me last week was coming back from the mission, we discovered a whole new area of Misty City that we had not explored yet. we found not only the hospital, but a coliseum that Jocko was telling us about too, what goes on over there. So yeah, that was very, very interesting information to find out that, you know, oh my God, I thought I knew this city well. Apparently there's areas that the Bard has not explored. Mm-hmm. Philip, why have we not explored that section?
We've been busy.
Oh yeah, you're right. We were still trying to form a team. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, those are the main things that stood out to her. It was just like, wow, there's a coliseum. I didn't know there's a coliseum.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else to add?
Nope.
Alrighty. Fern.
So we have become best friends with Dan, with Mr. Lieutenant Dan, and he's gonna come hang out with us and everything. And it's really exciting. And there's probably a really cool greenhouse over there, the medical center, and I really want to go over there and look at it. I might go over there and look at it. Our friends are safe though, so that's really cool. And we are going to make Jocko a ranked guild now, because we're gonna go kick all of their butts over there at the Coliseum.
Oh, that's the plan.
Even though I don't think that we have to do that, because he should just be a ranked guild master right now. But whatever.
Well, with the amount of money and quests that we've completed for Jocko, you would think they'd be like, you know what, automatic acceptance.
You would think so. But you know, whatever. I'm going to have to go talk to them.
Anything else to add, Bossy
No.
Fern? Okay. And Lorkris.
Oh man, so much happened. I think the thing that's kind of stuck with Lorkris is just like, Jocko, you're crafty with that contract, weren't you? Yeah, you were. How did Emillynn miss that? She's got such an aptitude for the fine detail. How'd she miss that?
Yeah.
What else is in that document now?
I know. It was like, what else did he add to it afterwards that hasn't been reviewed by me?
No, but yeah, absolutely. Lorkris is like, wait, how'd we miss that? How'd you miss that?
I mean, with as detailed as reports that Emillynn puts together, you would think she would like read through everything with a fine tooth, but
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely.
unless there was an addendum that was kind of thrown in there afterwards.
Sneaky.
What?
Such a good man, though. Much respect for Jocko.
Awesome. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. So that means that you guys are going to be making your way
Downtown.
to
Making our way through town.
down the street over to Castaway. Not far
Castaway
away at all.
bound.
Oh wait! I can't forget Rylar, right?
Yeah, Rylar.
Oh yeah.
No, I was going to say Rylar.
So
What did you
Rylar's
remember?
still trying to wrap his head around his new ability, and the reactions. He's really confused about it all. One, he's confused about how it works. He's confused about what he saw when he was using it with the other teammates from Team 2. And he's also confused about everyone's reactions to it. Because he, from his point of view, he's just, he has these, he just uses an ability if it needs to be used. And,
God, I forgot about that. How could I forget?
He's still trying to understand all that stuff, but he's looking forward to eating some food and listening to Emillynn Ray's performance. Excuse me.
Out of character, Lorkris, we're gonna have to eventually give them the talk.
It's true.
Yep.
Because we're about to go to the bar with them, and Fern is curious.
All right. Well, so with that, we're gonna go chat dark. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy the show tonight, and we'll be back again at intermission to chat with you all. And here we are.
Oh, before we start that, I'm looking forward to Aries' reaction to my songs.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have to. You have to remind me when you get ready to perform, and we'll bring chat back. Because that's a good point. I'm glad that you said that. Just so you guys know, we're gonna be a little more interactive tonight than usual. During Emillynn Ray's performance, we're definitely gonna.
Actually, I want to see everybody in chat's reaction.
Well, first off, we're gonna see who guesses the song first. And see, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So, but we'll be back, or we're gonna be here, and What?
So we go grab Team 2.
Yes. All right.
And we grab Jocko, and then I want to go try to find Sylvis and have him come with us too.
And the new administrator lady, what's her name?
Yes.
Wait, I got it.
Starts with a G, I think.
It's Granada.
Yeah. Granada.
So you want to get what was the person you said before Granada though?
Sylvis.
Oh, you wanted to get Sylvis. Oh, okay, so
we want to invite everybody.
Yeah. So it
The whole guild celebration.
Right. Turns out Sylvis is unavailable. He's doing some consulting for the MGA. So he's on kind of a thing for them, doing some training consulting with them. And so unfortunately he won't be able to make it. But you can find everybody else. And Mr. Jocko, I'm assuming you guys are invite Mr. Jocko too, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So, do you want to role play that, or
Fern,
do you want
just
me
like-
to exposition how it all goes down?
Where is he? I'm going to go find him.
All right. So, you guys are in the
I'm going to
garden.
go running around looking for him.
He's back in his office, back in the main guild hall building, or at least that was last time you saw him. So you go running to look for Mr. Jocko. Does anybody else go with her?
She runs off before anybody can tell her anything, and she's knocking on doors. Jocko! 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 Jocko!
Okay. So Fern runs off, and but you're at home base. So you guys, trust she's not gonna go running off too crazy. So. So you go into the main guild hall, and it's wrapping up for the night. It's getting into the evening time, and so you know that the main front is actually no, it would never close. Yeah, so never mind. Anyway, you go in there, and he's in his office, and he's just going over some paperwork with Granada. And the door's open, and you're knocking on the door anyway.
Yes. Guys.
They turn to look
Hello?
at you, and the little halfling lady, she says, "Oh, hello, Miss Fern. How are you?"
I'm good. You guys are going to come party with us at the Castaway Inn tonight, okay? Come on, let's go.
Mr. Jocko says, What you mean, Lash? What are you talking about?
We are going to have a party over there at the Castaway Inn.
When?
And Miss Ray is going to perform.
I say, when is this going to happen?
Right now.
Oh, and you're in...
We're already got Team 2.
Actually, you haven't gotten Team 2 yet.
We're going to go get Team 2.
Okay, all right. He said, "Oh, well, you're inviting me to go with you to celebrate?"
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
And
Both of you.
The halfling looks at him and says, Well, we could set aside what we're doing right now and finish it up later. We're close to the end.
Of course you can. Come on.
And Mr. Jocko says, well, I don't know. It's not really my normal cup of tea. You know what?
Well, I mean, Miss Ray is going to be performing.
Well, that would be worth checking out, I think.
It's totally worth checking out. She is the best.
All right. Well, I am
You
rather...
don't want to miss it.
Must admit it, I've been working hard all afternoon, and with that run and walking over to the medical facility, I'm a bit famished, to be honest with you. So that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it.
Do it.
All right.
Come on.
So you follow. He and Granada follow you out the back door. You go out.
She links arms with Jocko.
Okay. He's all like, oh. Okay.
And she's like looking up at him and like just so excited. So excited.
The whole time she's going, you're gonna love Miss Ray's performance. It's gonna be so cool and I get to dance. Just going on and on and on.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Uh-huh. And you guys make your way.
And we have a spell that we can make everything super sparkly. It's a whole performance.
Granada says that sounds impressive. I can't wait to see it. And you guys make your way out the back door, past the training area, and you see
Crom and
Crom and
Gibby?
Gilly.
Oh, Gilly.
Crom the Crusher and Gilly the Grappler are over there. They're trading punches to the face and laughing.
You got at the Castaway Inn. Jocko's coming too.
The first part of what you said cut out a little bit.
Guys, come on. We're going to have a party over at the Castaway Inn.
What? A party? Really?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Well, will I be able to get drunk and wrestle some folk, you think?
Oh, totally.
But, obviously that's Gilly the Grappler saying that. And Crom the
Of
Crusher
course.
says, oh, that sounds so good. But I'm not
We can
going
try
to
to-
kill anyone with
We
my
can make-
blade.
We can challenge other people for arm wrestling, and you guys can win all of the money. Come on.
They look at each other, and they're like, their eyes light up, and you see them, they give each other a big hug. And then they follow after you.
Where is your team leader?
Well, I think the last time we saw her, she was having a meeting with that Vagula guy.
What kind of meeting were they having?
I don't know. They needed to speak about something private in her quarters, I believe.
By themselves in her quarters? Okay. Oh, I have so many questions. Okay. I'm gonna go get them, okay?
So, Crom asks, so where are we going to go to meet your other team to go over? Where's this party?
Oh, everybody else is in the garden. But then we're gonna go over to the Castaway Inn.
So they basically follow Mr. Jocko and Granada over into the garden and meet up with you folks while Fern's gonna run into the barracks building looking for Vagula and Lady Moonsong, I believe. Arlena Moonsong, yes, Arlena. So we'll do that interaction first before yours, Fern, as you're making your way up the stairs to the second floor. And so you you guys
around. I'm like, Lorkris, where's Fern?
No. They've already come back now, and she goes running again back into the building, and Mr. Jocko and Granada and the two the two muscle men are there with you guys. And Rylar's like, oh look, it's some of the team 2 dudes. Are you guys having fun training? And they both put their hands on their hips at the same time and they nod in unison.
I mean, does it look like they have bruises on their face because they were punching each other?
No.
No?
I mean, yeah, not bruises because it's too soon, but their faces their mouths and noses look a little bloodied.
I'm gonna look at them going, what's going on? You got some blood. You got some red on you.
We were just practicing our battering toughness training. Would you like to come join us, lad? He says to Lorkris. It's a fun game we play. We bash each other in the face and see if we can keep smiling through the pain. And Crom says, yeah, it's so good. Oh.
I will respectfully decline. Thank you, though.
Well, that's all right. You still owe me a wrestling at some point in time, that's for sure.
That is true.
All right, so that's the interaction you guys are having. Is there anything that you want to say to these folks? Mr. Jocko and Granada are there too.
Where's Fern?
You saw her run into the building.
Wait, where's your team leader? I'm looking at Crom and Gilly.
You know where she's at because Rylar told you.
Well, that was earlier.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Because apparently, I mean, those two were in a room too, but now they're.
No, those two were always in the training area.
Oh, they were in the training area.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry if I didn't make that clear. My apologies.
Okay. No, then I don't have anything else.
You have anything
to
else,
say.
Lorkris? Okay. So, Miss Fern, you go running up the stairs, and you remember where Arlena Moonsong's room is, and you go because you remember that Vagula, his room is the closet under the stairs, and well, I don't know. I guess you don't know where they would be, except you sort of knew where they were from what Rylar was saying. So yeah, you go over to her room and you're knocking on the door, and you hear who's there from.
It's Fern. It's Fern. It's Fern.
Oh, Lady Fern. Very good. Very good. Just one moment.
Can you open the door so I can talk to you?
We'll be out.
We're gonna go have a party.
We'll be out in just a moment. Give us a few minutes.
What are you doing?
Good point.
Yeah, so they don't respond, but just like a couple of minutes later, the door opens and
and Fern is like shaking with excitement in the hallway.
And
we're gonna go party!
Fern notices that they're like, adjusting, making sure their clothes are nice and fit.
What are you guys doing? You don't have to tell me, that's okay. I already know, I think. Okay, so we're gonna go have a party, and everybody's going, and Jocko's going, and Granada's going, and we already invited your two friends, and they're gonna go arm wrestle people for money and stuff, and then Miss Wright's gonna perform, and we're gonna all go eat at the Castaway Inn.
Arlena says, now that sounds like a wonderful evening. We're going, isn't that right, Vagula? And Vagula says, very good, madam. I will do as you command. And so he says, lead the way, Miss Fern.
Be good.
This is quite enjoyable a night out on the town, as it were. So they follow you down the stairs, and now the entirety of the Mr. Jocko's Relic Hunters team is in the garden together, and you guys, is anything anybody wants to say? Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, lead the way, Miss Ray.
We're
gonna go party.
I lead the way, just playing a little tune on my violin.
All right.
So head over there.
Warming up.
Yes, warming up.
All right. So everybody's marching their way over to. You're getting quite a few interesting looks from various passersby, workers and common folk that happen to be people who live here on the island to support the adventuring in the adventuring guild but they're looking at this troop of adventurers from a guild that's nearby in their neighborhood, and they look intrigued.
Anybody that looks Fern's like, Mr. Ray is going to be performing tonight, and you better come see it. It's a very special night. You need to come give her all of your money because she is the best.
So it turns out some of the folks actually start, following your group. Some of them filter in behind, and
I'm playing along, and Fern's like, "This is just a preview."
And so, all right, you guys. You make your way into the Castaway Inn, and it looks like as you make your way in, the innkeeper sees you all come in, and he loves you guys, and he says,
I'm waving.
"Well, it's been so long since you've been in here. We're so glad to have you. Come, let's put some tables together for your group. We have we've hired a small band to do some entertaining tonight. But if you're here for any time, we would love to have you perform a couple of sets, if you don't mind."
I was just gonna ask if there was an open stage tonight.
Well, not completely open, but I'm sure that the band that we've hired will happily.
Take a break?
Yes. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you all can have a seat and order some food and drink. For you all, the drinks are on the house, and we'll only charge you for the food tonight. And then the barmaid lady, she's like, "Oh, it's Emillynn Ray, everyone." And a lot of the folks that are like regulars back in the back, they're all like, "Oh yeah," because the band is still setting up, and so they're getting ready to go. They're almost done setting up, but looks like a lot of people are clapping when they see, and they look excited when they see your group. And some people are looking surprised at the huge group that just came in. And so they put together a couple of tables, and your timing was perfect, because if you'd come a little later, the tables might have been full. But in fact, when the innkeeper goes and gets one of his bus boys, one of his little helpers, they go in the back and bring out some additional. He goes together. The two of them go in and get additional tables to set up, because it's gonna. They expect with this band and Emillynn Ray here, it's gonna be a big night. And you also, Fern and Rylar both overhear him saying to his little helper, when you're done helping with this table, go run down all the way to Central Street and be a crier and cry and let people know that we're having a special musical event tonight. And so that's what he does. He's gonna milk it a little bit. He's gonna take advantage of it.
And then Fern is just gonna start Druid crafting flowers and vines to make it look all pretty and stuff in there, because it's a party, making it look all pretty and stuff.
Wow, nice.
And then with vines that says Jocko's Relic Hunters are the best, and Miss Ray is the best musician ever, and nobody can top her. Especially as the other band is setting up. Miss Ray is the best performer ever. but with like flowers and vines and stuff. So it's extra pretty.
Well, just before they get done setting up, the band comes over, or one of the band members comes over and to speak to Miss Emillynn Ray, and he says the innkeeper said that you want to be playing tonight. We're honestly we're not a vocal band. We're only a musical band, so we'd be happy and honored if you let us. When you're ready to perform tonight, to join us, we'd be glad to be your band for any sets that you want to do.
Oh, sure. I'd be more than happy to have a backup.
So he says, well, once when you all are done with your food and your drink, just give us a signal and we'll make it happen. Then it'll be a perfect time. We'll take a small break, and then we can introduce you from after our break, and then you can join us if that's all right with you.
Sounds like a plan.
And so now you guys are sitting up, and the food and the innkeeper and the barmaid, they take your orders, and you're sitting around with all of your friends. You got 3 big warrior-looking dudes. You got the 3 little ladies, and
Can I take a look around? Mm-hmm. Can I take a look around at the other people in the bar? Is there a really big guy out there?
A really big guy?
Is there another really big, strong-looking guy?
Yeah, there are a few. There's some other adventurers that you guys have seen around town that are likely from some of the unranked guilds, and there's obviously some dock workers, and some construction type guys that are pretty, burly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to one of the big guys.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say.
So he's with a couple of his friends and some dock workers, and they're drinking ale.
Do you guys want to try to arm wrestle my friend?
So
for money?
He says, well, you and I could get some wrestling going on, little lady.
Do hand-to-hand combat? I do mostly magic.
He says, I don't think that's the kind of wrestling I'm talking about.
What kind of wrestling are you talking about?
The other guys are laughing and snickering at him, and he's all like, well, she's not quite getting it, is she? All right, show it to your friends.
Earshot?
Huh? Yeah, it was within earshot, yeah.
Yeah, immediately Lorkris is just gonna stand up and just walk over, stand behind her.
Oi, yeah, well, is this the fella you want me to arm wrestle?
No, I was gonna have you arm wrestle one of my other friends.
Oh.
Was he saying something really offensive, Lorkris?
I believe he might be.
Not at all. She said she wanted me to arm wrestle with you. Isn't that right?
Nope.
You said something about wrestling with me. I don't know what you were talking about.
Oh.
I would like you to try to explain it to me.
Well, we'll do the arm wrestling sometime later if you want, then.
Yeah.
The other guys, the other guys at the table are like, they're all nervous, and they're like, yeah, he didn't mean any harm. He didn't know, you know.
Ooh, should we kick him out before Miss Ray plays? So he has to suffer by not listening to her beautiful music.
No.
But
I'm sure you'll think twice about that.
They are within your earshot, yeah.
Oh.
Of course, the rest of the team are chattering and talking amongst themselves now, and they've kind of all stopped and watched. Everybody on your team is watching this go on over here. What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, Fern, it's a celebration tonight. We shouldn't be kicking anybody out.
Trying to find people for our friends to arm wrestle, and then I guess he said something really stupid. I don't really understand what kind of wrestling he was talking about. I was just telling him I was a spellcaster, but whatever.
I look at Lorkris looks at Emillynn and just gives her that look like,
And then I look
Like,
over
yep.
at the guy. I'm staring daggers at him, going,
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna look at the bar. I want to buy a drink for everybody in the bar, but for this table.
They look all dejected.
I don't understand the insult, but okay.
He's like,
I trust my friends.
To be honest, little lady, I didn't mean it as an insult.
But I don't really know what you were talking about, and it hurt my friend's feelings, so I'm going to trust that it was something that you shouldn't have said.
Well, I don't want your friend to be angry at me. I suppose later on this evening, when we've drunken some, I'll be glad to arm wrestle and such. I didn't mean any harm. We are in an inn, for example. Or thought maybe you were come propositioning me. I didn't know better.
I look at him going, stop talking before you dig yourself deeper.
And we're done. Let's.
But I don't understand. I'm so curious.
Let's go
but
dance.
Okay.
Go
Oh,
dance.
we're gonna go dance. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys leave
So
leave their
clammy.
table and come back to your table now.
Yeah.
Rylar
Yes.
says, "Oh, I still think we should buy them drinks too, because then they'll be happier and potentially give money to Myth Rylar when she's singing later."
Rylar, you're gonna sing with me?
I didn't say I was gonna sing. I don't know how to sing. What are you talking about?
Well, you just said when Miss Rylar goes on stage.
I did?
Yes.
No, I didn't. I said Miss Ray.
Okay.
You don't have to get on stage, rather, if you don't want to.
I'm not. I'm the one who does the light show, remember? I got the help with the light show. I can do that part.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, I really want to hear Miss Ray sing.
All right.
So Fern is going to behave herself until then.
All right. So, next, of course, the food comes out for you guys. And drink, of course. And everybody's feeling a little looser now because they're relaxed and full bellies. And little bit of a buzz from the alcohol. Well, for some of you, probably not for him. You
Tastes
find
like
it
sweet syrup.
You find
I
it
take
interesting.
one drink and hand it to him.
Right. So this is a good opportunity to do a little role playing with Team 2 if you guys want to get to know them better.
Oh yeah, I was wanting to ask how their missions have been going.
I'm assuming you're talking to Arlena? Mm-hmm. Okay. But, obviously you can ask individuals questions too. So you guys think about it while we're role playing. Any questions you might want to ask them. So, Arlena, what do you ask?
Oh, it's like Jocko's told me a little bit about some of the missions that you guys have been going on. I want to hear it from your perspective. How's everything going?
Arlena says, well, it's been going quite well, Lady Ray. We've done some of the simpler copper tasks. We took on 1 silver. It was, we were able to defeat an ogre who had, somehow made his way into some of those areas. Somewhere in that forested area near Novacrux village, the southern edge. And so we kind of took care of that. But we also we were just kind of helping the cleanup crews do support on some of the areas that need cleaning and investigating. It was quite fascinating, all we learned. And we also did a caravan mission over to let's go to full map. We did a caravan mission over to Grenovar Township, and it was quite fascinating to see that place and how it's coming together and how they're building civilization here. Quite fascinating, really.
Yeah, I'm just happy your team has been making it back, because sometimes, with all I've seen out there, from what we've been on. I'm so happy you guys are coming back.
She says, well, I keep a tight rein on my lads, don't I, gentlemen? And they all say, yes, Miss Moonsong. Except Vagula. He's just like,
Like you.
I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend, Miss Ray.
I'm sorry, Fern, what?
I think those two are boyfriend and girlfriend.
So, Miss Moonsong, she doesn't say anything. She just goes back to her drink. And do you have any other questions, Miss Ray?
So far out of all the quests that your team has accomplished, what has been the one that stood out the most?
Probably the ogre mission. It turns out this ogre was a bit beefier than your average ogre, wearing armor and using an actually crafted weapon instead of just a club.
Oh wow!
So it was, obviously we've heard all about your exploits, so it was nothing in that realm. But we feel like we're gaining experience and we're ready to take on whatever challenge Mr. Jocko sends us on. And Jocko says, they're doing right good. You all picked a great team. In fact, I'm quite confident that pretty soon they're going to be going on some, I'm going to insist on them trying out some more silver missions. And obviously the MGA has some sponsored missions for the lower ranked, teams to go on. What was your question there, Miss Fern?
RP scene.
Oh. Thank you. I felt that it was a good time to show the map, and so yeah. But I forgot to go back. Thank you.
So outside of questing, I don't think we've had a chance to really get to know you and your team. Miss Moonsong, what do you like to do outside of questing and questing?
Singing Vagula.
What did you say, Fern? Did you?
My question was, what do?
No, I know what your question was. I'm asking what Fern said.
Fern said, "Is it Vagula?" I'm pretending like I didn't hear the comment. I'm just looking at Miss Moonsong.
And she says, "Well, of course, my primary goal is to upgrade my tracking skills and survival skills as a ranger, and improve my archery capabilities as well. So, constantly training. If you're talking about hobbies, really, adventuring is my hobby, and I was a bit skeptical, to be honest with you, at first. The whole process that you all put me through for the interviewing and such was a little overwhelming at first. But after the fact, after you put me with this team and took a chance on me, and I thought about it more, I really realized that the fact that you all being extra careful and vetting all of us was a benefit and the right way to be doing things. And so I became more impressed. Mr. Jocko has been taking great care of us, so couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of this team. I see why you all are so passionate about it. Well, yes, Fern?
Taking care of Jocko.
You cut out again? What?
Are you taking good care of Jocko?
She kind of does her eyes like she's wondering if you're making an innuendo. No. She didn't say anything. She just did her eyes like that. Yeah. And then she says, we've accomplished every mission he sent us on, for sure.
Well, good.
What about
Have you seen any blue lights out in the field?
They all look at each other, and Mr. Jocko looks at you guys.
It's usually at nighttime.
They kind of shrug. No, Vagula says, I've seen no blue lights.
You have?
No.
No?
No.
Gah. Can you keep an eye on it? for it. They're randomly all over the place, and I'm the only person that can see it. And it drives me crazy.
I'm shaking my head.
Vagula turns to...
It's always during third watch.
Vagula turns to Jocko and he says, I thought from the background that it was Miss Ray was the one who saw things that were not necessarily there. Did I misunderstand?
Philip is there.
So you say.
He's real.
I'm not doubting that you saw these lights. I just was trying to clarify to make sure that I understood who was whom.
Philip wants to know how Vlad is doing.
Oh, he's doing quite well. He feeds him a little raisin, and Vlad pokes his little head out and looks at you guys. And just about that time, the barmaid is coming by and she's giving you guys drinks, and she sees all she sees is the head, and she thinks he's got a rat under his shirt, and she's like, I'll get that taken care of.
No, it's all right. It's a bat.
She says, oh, all right then. And she gets all the drinks, you guys.
As she's handing out the drinks, I was like, this is Vlad, it's his familiar.
Oh, okay, all right. So she's calmed down now, no worries. And
then on the table, I'm like, don't forget to tip the wait staff really, really well, okay?
So the what's his name? Gilly says, what is tipping?
Where you give a little extra money to show your appreciation for the people here that worked really hard to make sure we had good food and drink.
Oh, well, that seems like a nice thing to do. And Crom says, I've never heard of such a thing either. And yeah, so Vagula, he says, so I have questions for all of you all.
I have answers, maybe.
How was your last mission? We understand that you were going on some important rescue mission. Did it go well? You've gone deep into places that are even some of the more experienced adventurers on this island have not gone to because they're a little out of the way. There's a large distraction going on deep in the Goldothian mines. I'm just curious. I've been here on this island for so long, and even though I haven't traveled much of it, I hear things all the time.
2 words: bog witches. You heard of them?
He says, what's type of bog witches do you speak of? Are you talking about hags?
Sea hag, night hag, green hag, and there is the mama hag.
Mama hag? I've heard of the other types of hags. And Arlene Moonsong says, yes, I've heard of the others as well. But what's a mama hag?
An anus hag.
They all say, oh, except for the 2 wrestlers who are over there arm wrestling each other. The two muscle men are arm wrestling each other. And they're like pretty evenly matched. And
we rescued 4 from these bog witches, one of which was thrown at our lovely Fern, used as a projectile, which I was very, very upset about. How can you throw another living being?
Not gonna lie, it is an impressive display of strength. Weird, but yeah. Strong. It's an impressive feat. Not to say it was a good thing.
She was used as a weapon against me.
That is true, but...
Then she almost drowned.
Yeah, I almost drowned.
Speaking of strength, you gotta come over here and arm wrestle one of us. You're gonna arm wrestle one of us that wins against the other. Or you can tell us which one. And Chrome's like, yeah, I want to arm wrestle him too. And
all right, now Lorkris will just slam his beer real quick.
All right.
I bet 5 gold on Lorkris. Does anybody want to make bets? I say out loud to the rest of the people.
So you actually get some interest. Some people come over and they're like, "You're taking bets? Do you know how to do a book? Be a bookie for bets?"
No.
Well, then we don't want to bet.
Your loss.
She's the only one that bets.
Rylar says, well, Mithray, can you be the bookie?
I have never done betting in. Well, I've participated, but I've never kept the books on betting. That was usually somebody else in the troop that I was a part of.
The innkeeper comes over and because he hears this exchange and he says, "If you want, I can take care of those duties for you." All right.
Hey.
So that big guy that you guys were chatting with earlier that kind of irritated, he comes over and he says, as a show of good faith, I'd like to join this little competition if that's all right. And if it's all right with you, I'd like to buy a drink for Fern and Lorkris here to make up for me faux pas over there.
Lorkris isn't gonna stop him. Beer's a beer. He's probably not gonna get drunk anyway.
Fern just stares at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him going, Fern doesn't necessarily drink, but maybe something other than a beer?
He's like, how about like a little tart or something? They got some treats back there.
Is there something wrong with me not drinking alcohol?
No, she said that you don't drink the alcohol.
But you said it in such a way that it sounded like an insult.
No, I'm really trying here.
He's having a really hard time because I feel like we've had this conversation before, and I'm wondering if this is actually something we did the last time we were at the Castaway Inn, or I'm experiencing aggressive deja vu.
Aggressive deja vu. This hasn't happened before.
Fern just likes to give him a hard time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So now you have 4 people who want to get in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I will say, you would have to dance with all of your heart and soul when Miss Ray performs, and then I will forgive you.
So are you saying I can't join the arm wrestling unless I dance?
You can join the arm wrestling. I'm still going to be mad at you until you dance. When Miss Ray
roll me a persuasion.
performs.
Dance from the monkey.
Roll me a persuasion.
Dance monkey,
Can
dance
you
monkey.
roll a natural 20?
No fucking way.
I mean, you can't critically succeed or critically fail on a skill check,
that's
but he did not roll anywhere near that, and so yeah, he's all like,
it's 21 total.
he's like, well, yeah, I've never done that before, but I'll be glad
It's okay,
to.
you can copy me and you will dance just fine.
I was gonna ask you if you'd show me how.
Oh, you, when it comes to the time,
All right.
you can dance.
when it comes to the time.
Okay. So you may participate, but you still owe Lorkris a beer.
I look over at Arlene and I'm like, this is gonna be good.
All right. So now you have 4 people. You have Crom and Gilly and Lorkris and this guy. He says.
Random NPC name.
Yes. Let me write it down here. Oh wow. Are we that far into the notebook? I guess so. Oops. Did I mess anything up? I hit the keyboard. Okay.
Fine.
No, you're good.
He says, well, by the way, my name is Stuggy.
Dougie.
And I work over in the docks and unloading cargo. It's a pleasure to meet you all. We've heard good things about you all from the innkeeper and the barmaid and such. And I have to admit, I was here for one of the performances of the lovely lady over there. Looking forward to it tonight.
Are your friends going to join the arm wrestle?
They're not really going to. No.
Are they going to come over here and bet on you or something? At least? What are they doing?
So he motions for them, and they come over, and they say, what? And he's like, they want to know if you want to join the arm wrestling, or if you want to, bet on one of us here, and you could bet on me. I'm sure I can beat these lads. And
Think so?
I'm like, just to let you know, this gentleman, this gentleman are so far in the running. I point to Gilly and Crom and Lorkris.
Mm-hmm. And the other guys are like, yeah, we'll place bets. And they go over to the innkeeper and they place bets on everyone but their friend. And
which is a true friend. You gotta make money and you at least split it with them because you lost. That's
some other folks come over, and now of course by this time the music has started and everyone's starting to tap and enjoy the celebration that's going on, and more people are coming in.
I'm kind of dancing in my chair, listening to their music.
Yeah, and about this time, actually we'll get the arm wrestling started. Just remind me, DM. Remind the DM that about halfway through the arm wrestling, a familiar face is going to pop through the door.
Oh.
Okay. And so yeah, you guys, and of course, you have several different people betting on different people, and it's all just in good fun. And you all arrange it such that no one takes any big bets, and the odds are real simple and stuff, and so
10 gold max bet.
No, not even that high. Like 5 gold max bet. And but we'll have to randomize, since there currently in this particular contest 4 people participating.
Ooh, brackets.
Right? We got Stuggy, Lorkris, Crom, and Gilly. And we're gonna, I guess, Stuggy will be 1, and Lorkris will be 2, and Gilly, and then, so I'm gonna roll 2d4, and the 2 numbers will be the ones arm wrestling each other. And I have to roll one of them again because it came up 2 2s. I'm gonna play with myself.
Arm wrestle myself.
Sorry, couldn't resist that one.
That sound like a squirrel.
Squirrel?
Wait, what was that?
I said it'll sound like a squirrel. Because I remember when you broke my wife on my affiliate stream with the sounds like a squirrel masturbating.
Was it
my favorite clip?
Was it squirrel or was it gnome?
No, it was squirrel.
It was when you said that story.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll have to find that and send it to you again. It was great.
So you guys still have that as a clip? That's awesome.
No, yeah. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. I pulled it every now and then just to laugh at it. I'm like, and then move on with my day.
Oh, I want to see that one now too. That's funny. All right.
Yeah.
So 1 and 4, which means that's going to be Stuggy and Crom. So that means that Lorkris and Gilly first. So you're doing You're doing basically just, I believe, just athletics checks, right?
I believe that would be correct. Athletics is the strength-based one. Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. So,
Cool.
yeah, like I said, we're not gonna worry about actual money because it's just for fun.
No. This is just for fun. All right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no.
16.
So your muscles need some warming up. You're a little bit too. You're in this kind of relaxed state now that you're back from the the road, and it turns out Gilly the Grappler, he took you down. It wasn't easy. You didn't make it easy, but I rolled a natural 19, so.
I rolled an 8.
Wow, you rolled an 8 and you got a 16. Nice.
Yeah, plus 8 in my athletics.
Yeah. So very good, very good. And now we need to roll off between Stuggy and Crom, right? And they look, they're pretty evenly matched. Surprisingly, you're surprised. Stuggy is, he's a pretty burly guy, a really fuzzy-looking, hairy dude, and really stocky, and so he's actually able to hold his own for a little while. So they basically have to keep going one more roll to see who can finish this off. And
finish him.
Stuggy surprises the upset. He takes Crom the Crusher down.
Whoa!
Yeah. So now the two winners are going to be Stuggy and this is just the first round. Stuggy and Gilly. Yeah.
Going up against each other.
All right. So this one's Stuggy. This one's Gilly. That one's all right. Stuggy gets a pretty whopping roll there. And freaking Stuggy takes down Gilly. And wow, he's all feeling cocky about himself now. He's like, oh yeah, I took down these adventurers. These guys, and you all look really strong. And so, but
I would look at him warm up round.
And he's all like, oh, I'll gladly take him on again. We can do this again. So, because who hasn't arm wrestled whom now? I guess
I haven't wrestled Stuggy.
Okay, so now it's gonna be
or Crom.
Right. So now you're gonna wrestle Stuggy, and Crom and Gilly are gonna arm wrestle each other, which is what they were doing before. All right, rolling off athletics checks against Stuggy. What the? I rolled a d12. I picked the wrong one. All right, what'd you get?
26.
Wait, wow, what'd you roll? 18?
Natural 18.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 3, so yeah, this time Stuggy, you take Stuggy down. Boom! One shot. Like, he's all like, oh! He's scratching his head because he saw you lose to the other guy, and he beat the bigger looking, like the most muscly looking one actually is Gilly, right? And then the second, like, you and Crom are kind of tied for looking the most buff, right? And
I imagine Lorkris is more on the leaner side of the big dude. Yeah.
I can just imagine Lorkris took him down because he's like, you said something to Fern.
Yeah.
Lorkris almost wanted to take his belt off to make a point, but he's like, nah.
Yeah. And so then now Gilly and Crom. That's Gilly, and this is Crom. Oh wow, nat 20 for Crom. Crom takes down Gilly. Gilly's feeling all salty. He's like, well, not really. He actually loves this kind of competition. He's like, well, I'd say I was salty about this losing streak, but that's just the way it goes. I just gotta get stronger, yes. And then Crom's like, oh, he's like, oh, I knew I could do it. Oh. And so now, Crom hasn't wrestled you, right? Correct. Now it's you and me. Oh. All right, one more wrestle. One more arm wrestle. Roll it.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
I'm trying to do math. 14.
You tied. Roll again.
No. 19.
Crom beat you by 1. And so,
That's fair.
Technically speaking, I guess Crom took down the most. I don't know. It's all. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's all fun games.
Yeah.
We don't
I
care.
applaud them for the entertainment.
Yeah.
Fern is like standing on a chair next to everyone going,
You said to remind you, forgot halfway through the arm wrestling, somebody shows up.
Sorry, right after at the end of the
Okay.
arm wrestling. So sure enough, you guys recognize. You see someone come in. Of course, people have been filtering in, and a few people going out. Mostly people filtering in. The place is filling up pretty fast during all your little shenanigans that are going on here. And you see someone come through. At first, you don't necessarily recognize him, but then because he's not wearing his guard gear, but then you realize, oh yeah. It's Lieutenant Dan Bruno. And he sees you guys and he waves and comes over and he's standing there and he's like, well, it's good to see you, Miss Fern. Glad I could make it. Are you sure it's all right if I join you?
Yeah, pull up a chair.
He says, and normally the MGA, I mean, it's not official. They don't mind if we fraternize with adventurers. But so we don't do it, just so you know, we don't do it too often because it's kind of hard to get attached to adventurers. You all live such risky lives, you know, so. But I couldn't resist, Fun insisted, so here I am.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight.
All right.
are you hungry for us?
He's all like, oh, of course, what would you recommend? And
Everything.
well, I guess I'll do they have quail on the menu?
Look at the barmaid.
He nods. And so
Get this man some quail.
and a mead, please. And so, yep, they they go to do that. And now you're at the point where you guys eat and chat and drink and goof off and enjoy the time. It goes by so quickly, and then soon enough,
At the stage.
yes, and they're ready for
Pardon
you.
me, guys.
They're ready for you.
Fern grabs her new friend that she is making dance.
Okay, all right.
And she just grabs him by the collar. It's time.
So Rylar's like, "Is it time for this? It's time for the it's time for the show." Mm-hmm. I don't know. He's like, "I can't wait. I'm gonna come up and stand beside the stage, and I'm gonna do my prestidigitation for you guys."
Yes.
All right.
Pick up my violin, my bow, and I'll walk my way over to the stage.
All right. So you make your way up, and the band gives you this introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you regulars here know this lady needs no introduction for the new folk, and there's quite a few new folk out there. We have the amazing Emillynn Ray, what's her bard?
Battle singer.
Battle singer, bard extraordinaire.
Walk up on stage, waving to everybody, doing my little beauty queen wave.
So they say he whispers to you, okay, what key are we in?
E.
Okay, is that an actual musical key? I don't know. Okay, all right. And he's all like, all right, we'll follow your lead and then bring it on in when you get started.
Before I start, I was like, what's the name of your group again?
We'll say that they are the Rising Mist.
Give one more hand to the Rising Mist, everybody. One more hand.
Lots of clapping and yelling in happiness. Yes.
Don't forget, you can always catch
What
them
was that?
here.
Was it an inside joke?
No, I made the joke of like, oh, give him a hand. Okay, whop.
You're terrible. Terrible, I say. All right, so now we're going to bring the chat up so we can see everyone's reaction to this. Eric Akari's here. Hi, guys.
All right.
Hi, folks. So here we go. We're the bard performs. There's going to be they arranged with you that it's going to be 2 songs for the night, and For the first song, she kicks it off.
All right. Looks like a good mark. Maybe gold aplenty. I'll start a bar fight and escape with dexterity. Look into my eyes. I'll wear a disguise and leave. I'm just a lone rogue. I need no help from thee. Because gold is easy come, easy go. Picking pockets, avoiding laws. Anywhere the gold goes really matters to me. Oldamara just robbed a man, put a dagger to his throat, stole his coin purse, now he's broke. Oldamara, my pockets are bigger now, so now it's time for me to spend it all away. Oldamara, I hear you laughing now. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, I'll rob on, and continuing in your name.
Wow. All right. All right. So who in chat? No, you guys. Oh, who in chat? First person. Who was the band and what was the song? I think it's kind of obvious, but got the song. Oh my God, this is so freaking amazing. Dang, the skill, Starkitty. I agree. Well done. Well freaking done. That was well written, sweetheart. So
Beautiful.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nailed it. Yes. Queen, yes. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. So the entire people go nuts. They're like, oh, actually no, I need you to roll. You need to at least roll.
29.
What did you?
I rolled a 17.
Okay, all right. The entire crowd goes absolutely batshit crazy, and they come over, and it's like your song just entices them to steal from themselves to give to you, because they start throwing money into the little coin thing for the group and for you, and yeah, it's they just love it, and they can't wait for it for the next song, and after everything settles down, they're all ready for the next song. So
just as an aside, to let chat know, I originally, like, I heard the song, and then the first words that came to me to write it was, I put a dagger to his throat, stole his coin purse, now he's broke, and I just went from there with the song.
You really, like, I remember when you told me about that part and a few of the other pieces, but you really filled it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember when we got the sneak preview of just like, this is how it's gonna start, this is in it. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be good.
Yep, we've been looking forward to
waiting
it.
for this one.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So the next
Encore.
Yes.
Could be next.
All right. I look at the band. It's like, this one is in B.
They did a remarkable job keeping up with you, by the way.
All right. You all ready for my last one tonight? Ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're no strangers to fighting. You see the end, and so do I. This fight forever, I'll be thinking of. I'll share this story with every other bard. I don't even know why you're still fighting when I've got the upper hand. Never gonna give this up. Never gonna go down hard. Never gonna leave this round. I'll outlive you. Never gonna see me die. Never gonna question why. Never gonna run away. I'll beat you. This fight has gone on for too long. Your body's beaten, but you're too numb to see it. Right now, you don't know what's been going wrong. I see your end and I'm going to bring it. And if you wonder why you're bleeding, don't tell me you're too blind to see.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, it was so hard not to just bust out.
We have been waiting so long. This moment.
Yeah.
We've been waiting so long.
Oh man.
So patiently.
Yeah, we have to admit that one's one of her originals. She had actually rickrolled them during our testing gaming before we ever streamed earlier on this year. And they had the same reaction you did, and we were waiting till the right moment to catch you guys off guard.
Fucking perfect.
What do you guys think of my parody?
You need to roll your
I think it's
performance check, but I'm going to give you a
See what
plus
they
10
think of
on
your
it just
parody.
because of the creativity there.
Well, I rolled a 4 this time, so that's a 16 plus 10 is 26.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So of course the people in this inn in Castaway Inn, they don't know they just got rickrolled. That's something in another universe. But they loved it. Like you're quite confident by how much they loved it, and that you started just a song that's gonna live in infamy forever.
Oh man, everyone's gonna have that jingle.
Stuck in their head.
Just out of curiosity, Aries, when did you figure out it was I was rickrolling everybody?
Yeah, how soon did you figure it out? Did you figure it out pretty quick? And Eric, you too. How quickly did you guys figure it out? Anybody else in the?
It was so quick. I was watching chat. It was like a couple lines in. He was like, "OMG, no!" And that's when I started losing it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Checking the clip.
Can't hear us?
Okay. Oh, he doing the clip.
Oh, he flipped it!
Salty Soul Rider doesn't know what rickrolling is. You're kidding, right? I mean, I guess there might be a few Americans in the world who've never been rickrolled. So, just for you, Salty Soul Rider, rickrolling. So Rick Astley, right? That's the name of the singer, I believe.
Rick Astley.
Yeah, Rick Astley wrote a song in the '80s, hugely popular '80s song called
Never gonna give
you up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna
let you down.
Never gonna run around and hurt you. And so. The irony is that somewhere in the late 90s or early 2000s? I think it was maybe the early 2000s. It just became this running meme on the internet where people would send this clip of that song to somebody as a joke, and it became, oh, you got rickrolled. You get rolled by Rick Astley's song. This song, and then it took on a life as its own, and people came up with like tricky ways to rickroll somebody through text, through pictures, through various variations of the songs. And so the joke of this is that you guys got rickrolled through a Dungeons and Dragons parody song.
Phenomena.
Yes, the meme brought it back to life. Exactly. Crude, I can't
grab some
quit
more water,
more
I'll be
than
right
1 minute. It cuts the song out at the end. Boo. Oh, I'm sorry, D Gamer.
I think you can clip longer.
Really?
I think you can. No, Stormy would have to do it.
Yeah, I think so.
Never mind.
I think I'll. I mean, it'll be on the YouTube video. I'll just have to try and remember to pull it as a clip or something.
Man, when he started laughing and Fern started laughing, it was so hard for me to not laugh as I was going through
I gotta give you props on keeping it together, baby.
I was trying so hard not to just bust out laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, I still gotta get through the second verse.
Yep. You're welcome, Salty. You're welcome. I'm sorry you hadn't been rickrolled before. It's yeah.
Well, Now you got Rickrolled Druid parody.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy that it was StarKitty's parody was the first Rickroll you experienced.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you, D Gamer. Appreciate that.
Yes. And I know I didn't help you with Bohemian Rhapsody.
He helped me with.
Did I help you with the Rickroll?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think you did. I remember.
I only did a little bit of helping.
Yeah.
If I did help at all. I've only helped her on a couple of the songs, and she is run with the ball with the rest of them. So, and not that she needs my help. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I'm just, saying that, when she first started it, I was like, oh, this is such a great idea. Maybe you could do this. It was just like kind of that collaborative. Here's a neat idea that might help you. And also I'm an experienced writer, and so but I got to be honest with you. You didn't need my help, and that's obvious. So especially with Bohemian Rhapsody, holy crap, so well done.
That was good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I see you got up and ran away. I was actually going to suggest a whatchamacallit,
break.
A break.
A break. But yeah. I guess we still can.
I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. D Gamer says it would take me forever to be that creative to make lyrics fit the song, rhyme like a song, and fit the D&D scope. I'm in awe. Yeah, so I think the only real, in reality, there might have been a few lines that I was helpful on, but I think the best help that I was to you was helping you really kind of put together in your mind what you already kind of instinctively knew, and that was that all you have to do is make sure that your words have the same syllables, same number of syllables as what you're parodying, and then it'll work. And then from then on, you just freaking mastered it. I can't wait to see your future ones. So. And
if anybody in chat has a song they'd like me to parody, drop it in Stormy's Discord.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Eldana!
Hi, Eldana!
Links down below.
Hi, wifey!
And don't forget to sign up for Community Day.
Yes, please sign up for Community Day, guys. If you want to, if you want, you can come and enjoy the stream. But if you want to play any of the games, we're going to be playing Among Us, and what's the other game?
Human Fall Flat?
Scriblio and Fall Guys? Is that the list?
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys and Scriblio.
Yeah, Fall Guys. Sorry.
And maybe some other suggestion. We're not 100% sure on for sure Among Us. That'll be the first game we play. And then we'll be playing some other games, so.
Community Day is Saturday, July 16th.
Yeah, July 16th.
Starting at 1 p.m. Central Time?
Correct. Yeah, basically
11 p.m.
we're replacing D&D for that day with a 10-hour stream, 8 to 10-hour stream, depending on how long I can make it. Yes, Fate.
Also, as a friendly reminder, next Saturday, no D&D.
Correct. Yeah. Sad day. Sorry, guys. Next Saturday we will not have D&D, but we are going to have.
Blame me.
What was that? Well, there's no blame.
It is.
He's, Fate spending some time with his family.
I'm gonna go say hi to my parents.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
because they worry.
But we will be next Saturday doing a little bit of a practice run with just a few, with StarKitty and Druid and probably Dagoth and Kill, I think. Whoever can actually make it next Saturday. Just for, all it is a little bit of a practice run, just so we can work out the kinks. And it'll be regular time, 6 to maybe 9 or something next Saturday night. And we'll probably, since we're only going to be test running it a little bit for a little while, the other part of what we're going to do is talk about D&D, how to make characters. So we're going to probably make characters next Saturday. So D-Game Aries, it won't be completely not D&D. We'll be doing a little bit of D&D, and so.
Cool.
And I hope you don't.
Right,
I hope you don't feel any FOMO, Fate.
Of course, I feel FOMO. The bird, no, yeah, no. I mean, of course, to some degree, I would love to be a part of it. But at the same time, I think it makes the most amount of sense to fill that gap with something that is pertinent to the community day coming up, as well as having a little bit of extra D&D content that is outside the normal D&D content and get a glimpse behind the curtain. I think it's super cool. And if it's happening at a time where I can, pull up my phone, you best believe I'll be in chat. I just won't be doing the thing. So, and then I can show my parents, like, this is what we do. This is the dumb stuff that we do. And by dumb, I mean awesome.
I was gonna say,
I'm like, that's so dumb, but like in a mocking, like, this is super cool. Just
the stuff we do is it's stupidly awesome.
Of course, yes. And my mom was like, "What's D&D?" I'm like, "You play angry math with shiny like number rocks."
Angry math with shiny number rocks.
And you pretend that you're a murder hobo.
Yep.
A wandering murder hobo.
Oh my goodness, I would love to be a murder hobo just for funsies, but like no seriousness because.
Oh, like a one-off?
Yeah, just like let's just kill it all.
Adventurers are murder hobos. If you think about it, they're like adventurers. Traditional D&D, they're homeless, and they wander into other creatures' homes and murder them for their stuff. Right? I mean,
no, absolutely. I mean, we've all played a murder hobo in Skyrim. Mm-hmm. We've all quick saved to be a murder hobo, then regret decisions, and then quick load.
Ilks Void, hello, greetings. It's good to see thee.
Hello.
That's one of you guys' regulars, right?
Yep, Void.
It's an honor to have you again, Ilks Void. So good to have you. Ari says, I know, but I am new to clipping, so by the time I realized the first song was too long, the clip... Oh, yeah, it's the whole timing of it. Yeah, I totally get it, D-Gamer. It's all good. No worries, buddy. We can make it happen.
Thank you for the follow, Void.
Yes, thank you so much for the follow.
If Eldana wasn't here during the first... while I was initially doing them, I'd be happy to run through them again.
That's okay. We'll catch them another time.
Oh yeah.
Or you can catch it in the YouTube video.
Yeah, well, definitely watch the YouTube video for sure. Please help support the channel. Appreciate you guys. But now is a perfect time to take. We're going to take a different kind of intermission break. We'll take it in pieces so we can still be chatting with chat. And
sure.
We'll go in shifts to go to the bathroom and get snacks and stuff. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom on this end, and I'm gonna switch to intermission maps or intermission. Here we go. Cool. Oh, I guess you guys probably don't want to hear me pee, so I'm gonna. Plus, I don't want to get Twitch banned.
You're filling up a water, Britta. Whatever.
Void, are you still here? Void.
So, how about that weather?
How about them
tricked you,
songs?
Void. I tricked you.
Yeah. Void, you felt right. She activated her trap card.
Oh.
Ta-da.
Now you have to come back to D&D nights.
Thank you, Fate, for the gifted sub to Void.
Oh, you're welcome. Yo.
We love Void.
Yeah.
We love Void.
Cool. Where's my hype?
We
enjoy your
love
emote, Void.
I don't like the heat. I don't like the heat, Eric.
Eating Texas is not fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to California heat, so like this isn't too bad up here in the Pacific Northwest. But it's Definitely a lot warmer than it has been in the entire time we've been here.
I mean, we got up to 101 in Texas today.
We got to like 75.
I am also wearing like 2 shirts, a leather tunic, and a big leather
84.
belt.
80. No, I lied. 84.
Oh yeah, it's 84 today. And I activate your mother. No. We do not say those words. We do not activate my mother as the sleeper cell. She
Oh
is
no,
crazy.
no, no. His mother is a badass. She is only activated when the situation is dire.
Yeah. But now she's falling apart. I said now she's falling apart.
Yeah, but you know, she could still like Hulk smash.
Yeah. My mom is extremely physically fit. Like, was a bodybuilder at 19, competed in their early 20s, and then became a firefighter, does CrossFit, and then out of spite during the in the fire department, when they were doing like their yearly testing, she did like a wall sit for, I don't know, like 26 and some odd minutes because someone's like, you can't wall sit for that long. So my mom, out of spite, set their record higher than anyone else feasibly will. Yeah.
How is Joshua
100%.
doing, by the way?
Joshua is waiting to finish up the final bits of setting up his computer.
Yep. So he has his computer back. So he should hopefully be streaming again soon, and I'm so excited. So excited for him to be back. I think he just did a whole bunch of mod downloads on Thursday. He was setting up a bunch of mods for Skyrim.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, most of all his settings saved because of just how Twitch functions, or Streamlabs or OBS functions.
Yeah, he just doesn't have some of the images left, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's, thankfully it's just the small little bits that need to be like adjusted rather than rebuilding the entire
Awesome.
the entire thing. So
Yeah.
We can't wait to see him get back doing his thing again.
I know. I can't wait to like spam him with single bits now. Welcome back, Josh. Man.
Just one bit after the other bit.
Josh will be like, you know what? I don't want to do streaming anymore. No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Careful what you wish for, because as soon as he comes back to streaming, oh my goodness, our streams are just all gonna get just.
We're gonna be rated all the time. Oh, Josher.
Yeah. He's what helped brought this community together.
Are we gonna go take out a break?
Yes. Okay.
We're leaving it to you now.
Stormy.
I'm
Don't do
here.
anything I wouldn't do.
I'll do my best to hold up the fort. Hold the fort down. Hold up the fort.
Yeah, you can hold up the Fortnite.
So, hi guys. So, it has been awesome. For folks new to the channel, we've been playing this campaign since January. Wow, really? Since January. We only started streaming it in March. Yeah. And the world that I've crafted here, I'll just show you with the intermission maps. We have this is the adventure area. It's not the whole world, it's the place where the adventurers adventure. And yeah, each of the players' characters all have some interesting quirk about them and an interesting backstory. Fern and Lorkris, their backstories are kind of obviously intertwined at the moment in some interesting ways. And the backstory of Emillynn is the only one that seems, and Rylar the Suffrigant, their NPC, they're not sure how they all connect, but they or if they even connect. But basically, they've all come together as an adventuring team, as part of an adventuring guild on this island. So, yes, I did, Eric. I mean, I've had that since the beginning. Let me show you the full map scene here, so you can get a bigger view of it. Thank you, Lux Void. Yeah, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a very long time. Well, I've been a dungeon master and playing for a very long time. I actually started D&D as a dungeon master before a player. Well, probably both at the same time, technically speaking. And Starkitty and I met playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it's kind of like our backstory. Whoops, I'll go back here. Because we got Starkitty back.
Yes, I was very interested in learning how to play Dungeons and Dragons, but my boyfriend at the time kept telling me for like a year he'd teach me how to play and never did. So I had work friends that are like, oh yeah, we're in a campaign. You want to meet the DM? I'm like, sure. Yeah. Needless to say, I broke up with my boyfriend at the time and where I am now.
Now, to be clear, she didn't add a part of the story where she was already not too happy with that boyfriend. This is, quite a while ago. This was 17 years ago. Starkitty and I have been together for 17 years. And yeah, her ex back then was, to be fair, even if I had not come in the picture, her ex was going to be her ex at some point. He was one of those, we won't say bad things about anybody on this stream. We're positive people here, but let's just say they were definitely, it was not a healthy relationship and needed to end. And so here we are. Wooed her, and I can't blame her. You can't blame her. Oh, that's so sweet, Aries. There was definitely wooing going on, I think, both ways. Yeah,
I've played D&D with other different people as DMs. They're nothing compared to the stories that Stormy creates.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
So that's why I always keep coming back. I always get so sad when we don't play D&D. Like when we first moved to Texas, we didn't have a group to play D&D, and we were just like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. It was sad. Yep.
We tried to like meet people at game stores, but like with any group, schedules don't always align. And then you start something, and the next thing you know, it's like 3 weeks later, you're really getting into it, and people are like, by the way, I can't meet anymore. So, yeah.
Speaking of chemistry and sparks, D-Gamer Aries, just a little interesting trivia backstory about us. When we met playing D&D, there was obviously some sort of magnetic connection between us that we, again, because she was with somebody at the time, and, I was friends with all of her friends, and she came and played D&D with us. It wasn't like there was just this, basically it was just kind of, everybody else kind of noticed the attraction between us, and we were just kind of...
We're currently live.
Hi, Mama Fern.
Hi, Mama Fern.
Everybody says hi.
Hello.
We were just
You want to say something?
in kind of unconscious denial, just putting it off because of the situation, but other people in the group could tell, and then also when she first started telling was when the fact that during her first campaign when she joined us, for some reason I kept skipping her initiative for every combat. It was just this unconscious thing. It was that maybe I was just like unconsciously avoiding her because there was this magnetism, this attraction and I didn't want to be didn't want it to impact the group and the game. And for some reason, it just would happen, and it was kind of a little funny story. So, yeah,
Yep.
I just kept skipping her, and then eventually she laughed about it and teased me over it because she and I called it to my attention, and actually it wasn't just her too, it was the other players, and they kept saying, "You skipped her again, Dave." and I'm like,
Yep.
So.
Yeah. As a side note, it is always fun to see Mama Fern drop in.
Yes.
From time to time.
Mama Fern.
And have everybody go, hi.
You deny the feelings because when one was unavailable.
She always goes. She's always shocked that we're live. It's the funniest thing.
It's adorable and sickeningly sweet. Thanks, Aries. But I do see your point. But yeah. And oh man, we've had a lot of amazing D&D adventures. But this one, I mean, this is extra special. This thing that we have going on with Fate and Druid. In all my many years of doing this, I mean, I've found some incredibly compatible D&D friends over the years, but like it's just felt so natural from the get-go. And it dare I say, it was fate.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad I'm the glue. Stop smelling me.
It smells like leather and it smells so good.
Fate being the matchmaker, like Aries had mentioned earlier.
Oh. No.
I mean, because it was what, during one of Fate's streams where you guys started talking about D&D, or was it in one of Druid's streams?
I don't remember honestly now.
I think it started in one of my streams because Stormy mentioned it in one of his streams, and then I brought it up to him again on one of my streams, and it just started. We just started talking, and then it was like a following stream.
Snowballed.
It just snowballed.
Yeah.
It literally, because I remember just being like, I feel like it would be so cool to be able to play D&D with you. Like, I feel like it would be so much fun because like I was I was trying to play D&D with some friends, and it just was not compatible at all. It was like a really,
And that's important.
Unfortunate. But
I would say that's important.
just-
a lot of people don't realize that you really need certain, you need compatibility in multiple different ways for a really good D&D group. It's not just like, freaking board game like Monopoly or something where anybody can play it. There are different types of DM styles. There are different types of play styles. There's also, of course, the personalities, how people get along with each other. If people, what I love about Aries and Druid is that they...
You mean Fate and Druid?
Sorry, Fate and Druid. I'm so sorry. What I love about Fate, I was seeing you and looking at you in my head. I don't know.
It's okay. Well,
the impact
you
you
compared
have,
to Aries,
Aries?
and that's okay.
What was
Aries
that?
is awesome.
Sorry, Fern, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Carry
on.
What I love about Fate and Druid is, as far as D&D compatibility goes, is now I totally lost my train of thought. Damn it. It's that they have this understanding of the underlying story and the characters and how the storytelling process works that is like shockingly advanced. I've told them before in the past in our private conversations, it blows me away how well they fall into role playing, how well they work with each other and the other players and everybody during the tactics and if I didn't know better, I would say that they're veterans, that they've been playing, almost half as long as I have based upon their age. But I kid you not, like they have an understanding, this kind of self-awareness about how things work in D&D and in role-playing games in general, and it's just a wonderful thing to behold. And so I have been parts of groups as a player and as a DM where there were people in that group who just see the mechanics of the game as rules you got to follow. They see it as a game instead of a role-playing experience, and they don't realize that the mechanics, the rules are there to support the fun, not the other way around. And so they would rather really wrap their they get hyper focused on the mechanics and the rules instead of just enjoying the experience. And but Druid and Fate are just the opposite. They understand the fundamentals of role playing, so you guys can learn from their example. Fern just likes to be loud and make people do things for her. Even Stoogie.
By the way, Dagoth, how is V? I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah. I think he's telling me that she's her job is keeping her away and stuff. But I'll let him speak for himself.
Man, I'm gonna have to just tune in here in a second.
Yeah, I miss her streams.
Ditto. I've told him that many times every time we chat. I tell him, hey, have her say hi. And I asked him the other day to ask her to join us for community stream if she can. So.
Yeah, I miss lurking in her streams, just listening to her voice.
Yeah, Fern is bossy.
That's an understatement.
She's not bossy. She's just speaking her
assertive.
mind.
She's assertive.
How far? How far? I have not even left the Noraland, and I'm only level. I think I just made it to level 13, so I'm not very far. I'm just gonna be wandering around and just trying to level up as much as possible before I leave Mother's Heart or Noraland.
Yeah, Eric,
Basically.
you were playing that earlier today. I was lurking in your stream.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
All
so
right.
I thank you guys for letting us hang out with you during our intermission, and for a little longer for actually hang out with you during during the song phase, during the performance for Emillynn Ray.
So when we get back into it, you gotta let us know how Stuggy did with his dancing.
Okay. Well, yeah. We're doing that right now.
Thanks for the reminder, Aries. Because he's like, Fern likes to be loud and make people do things for her. Even Stuggy. Like, oh yeah, how was Stuggy's dancing? I'd like to see how Fern taught him how to dance.
Teach me how to Stuggy.
All right, what am I missing? I've apparently missed the boat. Is this a song?
It's okay. Yeah.
Did he just parody a song?
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Yep.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Yeah. Good one. Oh no.
I've inspired somebody.
Oh no.
That was priceless. That was phenomenal.
That's good.
Nice,
That's good.
Aries. Big game Aries. That was phenomenal. All right. So we're going to get back into it, folks. Thank you again. Stick around for the rest of the show and enjoy the entertainment. See what happens next in the story of Fern, Lorkris, Emillynn Ray, and Rylar the Suffrigant.
And
I, as a player, just have a question for Druid and Fate. probably have asked this before, but I just don't remember. Your characters don't have last names. I'm like the only one that has the last name.
Or title.
Rylar has a title.
Yeah. It was that on. So, what's your question?
Was that on purpose?
Not necessarily. I mean, Fern has a title, Fern the Wandering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when Lorkris found her, she was essentially wandering the forest. So it made sense. But Lorkris doesn't necessarily have a surname. I think in the context of like the clan, there would be like a clan name, but he may have not necessarily dropped it in the sense of like, I'm not a part of that anymore, but just kind of following the Wild Mother. It's kind of like, you know, it represents that separation, but I honestly haven't given it much thought other than trying to, yeah, no official title.
I like it.
Or surname.
I like it. It's different. And Fern, that's cool. All right.
Sorry, just when he says all of our character names, he's like Lorkris, Fern, Rylar, and Miss Emillynn Ray. I'm like, why am I the only one that has a last name?
Well, and also, if you think about it, it fits the characters and their backstories, right? Fern was basically found in the wild, right? And so
not even her real name, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I gave her the name Fern too.
And Lorkris is, comes from basically a sort of a pseudo-barbaric, kind of somewhat primitive tribe in the mountains, right? So they wouldn't have those. They wouldn't, think like he said. Maybe if they had a surname, it would be the tribe itself. Mm. And whereas you come from a completely different background, interestingly enough, Rylar has a title, but you've never actually asked him if he has a last name. So, but he probably does and just doesn't use it.
True.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't know it. No, he would know it. Anyway.
All right.
Big question though. I like it.
Okay, so Fern, how do you teach him how to stuggy?
So the entire time we were dancing, we were obviously offbeat because Fern has no rhythm. And and so the entire time she would grab his arm and make him dance with her, and try to swing him and stuff, the entire time, just trying to direct him and everything, but offbeat, not even to the rhythm of the song or anything.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is
by the end of it, she makes a little flower crown and puts it on his head.
Okay, before we get to the end of it, let's roll performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is
+1?
+1. 13.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah. He actually got a 17. I rolled a natural 16. So, he actually dances pretty good. But he ends up finding it really hilarious. His friends find it really hilarious, and he has a good time. And of course, you guys got him a little buzzed before he did it anyway, and so. Yeah, Stuggy the dock worker, you made a new, it started out as a frenemy, and now he's just a friend.
That knows how to stuggy.
That knows how to stuggy.
And yeah, you got a lot of folks who are just laughing it up watching you guys do this dance during her performances. And now we got to do the roll, right? The roll, how much money you made. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the end of Miss Wright's performance, I'm gonna turn around to the crowd and be like, "Don't forget to tip your waitress a lot of money, okay? And don't forget to tip the bar and everybody here that works here really good, okay?"
Wow, you make a killing that night. 212 gold.
Wow.
I mean, obviously, it's nowhere near what you guys make adventuring, and you're way richer than that. But it's the biggest haul you've ever made just from your performances. And
how many people are in the band that was backing me up tonight?
3.
3.
Mm-hmm. You got a hand drummer, a lutist, and a one person who can play a harp and a flute, and they trade off between the two.
For their help, I'm gonna give each of them 20 gold out of my 212 as a thank you.
Each of them?
Yeah, they get 20 gold each.
Oh, okay. Wow, you literally paid them more than their actual pay was going to be for the evening. So they.
I like to be generous.
They were blown away by what you did.
And
Nice.
I say, one more time for
The Rising Mist.
the Rising Mist.
All right. Very good, very good. So the evening starts to wane on, and you guys have a great time. Food, drinks are had. Eventually, the guard, you guys get to chat with Lieutenant Dan and get to know him a little bit better. And he's apparently he has a family back on the mainland, and he sends all the money he makes here back to them. But he loves what he does, and he really appreciates you guys brightening his day. A lot of adventurers either don't pay him any mind or are rude to him, and you're one of the few, folks who are, actually decent to him. What?
You cut out
Who is
there.
rude to you? Who is rude to you?
Oh, they're not they're not really rude. Just kind of, some of the adventurers just a little rude.
He probably says hello to them and they just ignore him.
Yeah, rude. And he is now our friend.
I heard a strange sound.
What did it sound like?
I don't know, someone groaning.
Oh.
Oh, that could be.
It could have been me. Who knows? But who? You need to tell me what part, what
guild they're from. She wants to know what guild.
Thank you.
He doesn't remember. He's too drunk to remember, and he
I'm
tells you to
going
let
to
it go.
ask you when you are not drunk, so I can have a talk with them about talking shit to my friend.
Fern is very passionate about her friendships.
She's very fiery, yes.
That includes all of you on Team 2.
Trip.
Yeah, Team 2 has a blast with you all, and you all connect really well. And
Jocko doing?
of course, he enjoys the food and the drink and the show. He's also one of the first ones to leave about the same time as Lieutenant Dan, and then Granada shortly after that, and then
I say thank you to all of them for staying for my show.
Mm-hmm. So unless there's anything else that you wanted to roleplay here at the inn, Castaway Inn. All right. You all kind of make your way back as a double group back to your guild hall barracks, and actually, before we do that, I'm going to have everybody, because you've been drinking and eating, even Fern drank some tonight, so everybody's rolling me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
You cut out for most of that. 5, okay.
Saving throw.
A drunk Fern. This is gonna be fun.
22.
22.
25.
Okay. Rylar and Fern are just crushed. They're just. Rylar,
you're so wonderful. You want to dance with me in the street on the way back?
Falling down drunk. Like, we end up having to help them, and we gotta. You guys end up having to explain to Fern why she shouldn't, go to the bathroom in the street and all this kind of
Like as she's stumbling, I'm like, Fern, please remember Chonkapillar.
Chonkapillar is super cool and he's not going to get hurt, okay?
So,
He's the coolest Chonkapillar as she's trying to pee in the middle of the street. I just have to pee. Lorkris, do you want to arm wrestle?
No.
Come on. Do you want to spar?
No.
No magic.
No.
And then she starts trying to swing at him and misses every time.
It's just one finger, just.
And Rylar's clapping and laughing at this the whole time.
I look at Lorkris like, this is the last time we let them get smashed.
Agreed.
How many sips did she have?
I had a sip of every drink that was brought to me, and then I handed it to
It
Lorkris.
was only like 2.
No, we were drinking all night. I had maybe the equivalent of 1. I don't know.
That sounds about right from your recollection. Yeah.
I don't know, but I am apparently drunk. This is the first time. This is the first time I've ever been drunk.
Oh, goodness.
My
Do you
tummy
think she's
kinda
gonna
hurts.
remember any of this tomorrow?
I'm gonna
don't
have them
know.
roll Constitution checks for that too.
Oh, no.
I just want to go lay in the garden. My tummy hurts now. And I'm just gonna curl up into the street. In the middle of the road.
Are you? Rylar's like, big boss. You gotta make sure Miss Fern makes it back. You can pick her
Yeah,
up.
no, I'll just carry her.
You can pick her
Yay.
up. You can pick me up.
This is what I
too.
wanted the whole time.
Yeah. I'll just.
I didn't feel like walking anymore.
While you
And I
guys are
knew
going
Lorkris
back,
would pick me up.
the two muscle guys are like they're like locked arm in arm dancing, and they're pretty drunk too, and kind of surprising how much they did drink a hell of a lot, so it's kind of understandable. Vagula, he doesn't seem to be drunk at all. And Arlena is just kind of buzzed and tipsy, and she's laughing and chuckling at Fern and her shenanigans. And yeah, you guys make your way back to home base, and everybody gets into bed safe and sound.
Yeah, I make
Fern
sure.
obviously left in the garden, and
I make sure Rylar makes it to his room and he's comfortable before he goes to bed.
Don't forget to take his shoes off.
Oh yeah.
all right. So we're gonna be
Keep your
rolling.
shoes on.
The smashed ones would, we're gonna be rolling Constitution saving throw again for the morning to see one. We're gonna roll twice. One is gonna be if we remember, and 2 is gonna be hangover.
Okay, so for the first one,
The first one's what?
If she remembers.
17.
All right. So you remember most of the night. Some of it's kind of a hazy blast, but yeah.
But I got the 5, so I'm hungover.
You're hungover. Yeah. Rylar remembers and doesn't have any hangover. He's okay.
That's our friend, though.
See Fern in the garden going, my head.
She's just curled up underneath a tree next to the Melora symbol. Just like, Melora, why would you make something like this? It really hurts my head.
Right.
I thought you were supposed to protect me or something. I have a headache. Make it go away.
Nice.
Don't bring
Rylar's-
me food. I don't want it.
Lorkris will bring her some tea.
Okay.
No coffee, but tea.
Rylar, in the morning he comes to you, just bopping in cheerful like nothing happened. Miss Emillynn Ray, it was so much fun last night. Miss Fern was hilarious the way she was like falling all over and stuff.
You guys didn't
I'm,
call
like,
lightning or
Up in
something.
his face, looking at him, going, "How do you not have a hangover?"
He's like, what's that? What's a hangover? Is that like where everybody gets together at night and they sleep in the same room and they like, you know, have a sleep together and they play games and stuff until they fall asleep? And
That's called a sleepover. A hangover is when you've had too much to drink and you have a headache the next morning, and you know it varies from person to person, but that's the big thing.
And like, I don't know, I've never drinking that kind of weird drink before until you guys.
We brought him to the dark side.
You corruptors.
But you had
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was lots of fun. That was cool.
fun. I'm glad you enjoyed the show last night.
I felt really weird. I don't know if I want to feel like that again, but it was funny and it felt good and also not good at the same time. I don't know how to say it, but oh well, it was cool.
Yeah, you don't want to drink to that excess all the time.
Okay. Well, if you'll help me with that, Miss Ray, in the future, I don't want to drink too much in the future.
That's why I stick to the non-alcoholic stuff. I'll occasionally drink, but
I was gonna say you had some last night. You was pretty tipsy, is what Mr. Jocko was saying.
yeah, sometimes you just need to be a little tipsy before you get up on stage.
Oh, but you were tipsy later, not before you got on stage.
Are you sure?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't really know what tipsy is.
When you balance on one foot like this.
He does that with you. All right, so you guys make your
You
way
can see tipsy.
out into the garden and find Fern in the garden, and she looks miserable. And Lorkris comes out about that time too. Oh, you had already come to her, so brought her tea. He's bringing her tea.
I walk out, I'm like, how's she doing, Lorkris?
She's fine.
No!
Just a headache.
Miss Fern, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Why is you not feeling good?
My head hurts.
I look at Lorkris. Apparently somebody else, as I look over at Rylar, didn't wake up with a hangover.
Okay.
Don't be talking shit. Then I just like kick Lorkris in the foot. Be nice to me. My head hurts.
You missed.
I did.
All right. So Rylar says, so I guess Mr. Jocko said we're supposed to take several days off and stuff. But what are we gonna do about that one quest that we never did complete with the froggies and stuff? And then also he said something about doing the gold tower quest. So we could get our gold poppers. I think that's so cool. And I'm like, I want to get the gold popper because it would be really neat to say that I got the gold popper.
Well, that's something we can definitely go check out today, because I don't remember if the frog quest was open up to just one group or multiple groups, so maybe somebody else had already finished it. So that's one thing that we can go check on today, and then get more information about the gold quest.
Add a character, you mean the tower quest?
Yes.
Okay. He's like, oh, okay, that sounds good. What do you guys think?
I think
I don't
Fern,
ask me.
I think Fern just needs to stay in the garden and kind of tend to her new little vegetable garden she's got going. Does that sound like a good idea, Fern?
Tomatoes.
So Mr. Jocko comes out about this time into the garden to see you guys, and he's brought a mug drink with him because he had spotted Fern in the garden in the morning with the hangover, and
She's talking to Melora.
yeah, and so he brings you out. He says, Here, little lass, I got something for you. This.
Loud, okay?
Okay, no worries. Now listen up, little lass. You're gonna want to drink all this. It's gonna make you feel
What is
lot better. Okay? It's a hangover cure. It's from me mum. It's a good one. It's gonna taste disgusting at first, but I promise you, if you drink it all down, you'll feel lots better. And he hands you this mug, and it's got this kind of bubbling purple liquid in it that
what does it smell like?
Smells terrible, but
like feet?
No, did you say like feet? No, it smells like it smells like day old cabbage, and
sounds like he's describing Polyjuice potion.
So
I take a little sip first.
He says, now before you get started, don't take a sip. If you take a sip, you'll be sick. You got to drink it down and chug it all at once. So do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a new Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
And just tell me the number. I'm
17.
Oh, okay. Well, this gave you a bonus, which puts you, you already hit above, but this thing gave you a special kind of bonus. Actually, it was also the effect, so you did good. Bottom line is it actually works. Surprisingly enough, your stomach is no longer queasy. The headache is going away. You still feel a little lethargic, but you feel like if you get up and around and maybe get some breakfast in you, you actually are thinking, oh wait, I can actually eat now. Maybe there's something to it.
Thank you, Jocko. You're the best.
He says, no problem, little lass. I'm glad to take care of you. Little recipe from my mum. So,
can you teach me the recipe?
Oh, I certainly can, of course.
Oh, that'd be such great bonding time for us. I promise I won't be annoying.
He kind of rolls his eyes and just kind of smiles and.
I'm trying not to laugh.
So
at least she's self-aware.
Yeah. So he says to you all, so just make sure that you all take the time off that I asked you to. You need to recuperate. You've done a lot. What's going to become of that one mission that you all didn't take? What's your plan with that one? Are you gonna?
We're gonna go over to the MGA and see if maybe another group has completed it. If not, maybe we'll reassess.
If I remember that mission, having taken a look at it, because you all had told me you were taking it on. I don't believe that's a multi-take quest. Just so you know, if there's a situation like this where you can't complete a mission, you can turn it back in, and if you do it quick enough and have a good excuse, then there's not really a problem to it.
Do you think that we had a pretty good excuse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were you, I think that quest is a bit too much for Team 2. So we can't really take it, and you all really need some downtime. And besides that, really, we need to plan towards you guys taking on this. I mean, technically speaking, you might. I don't remember. You might double check if there's a particular deadline of that quest. It's possible that they'll let you keep it for when you want to finish it off. Since that one didn't look to be one that was too utterly dangerous, and you might investigate whether there's been any extra intelligence about it since it was put on the board.
Okay. Well, we're heading over to the MGA anyways, because we're gonna track down some more information about the tower quest.
Oh, before you go, Grenada has some things that need to go over to the MGA since you're heading that way. Would you mind taking it with you?
Sure.
He's like, all right, we'll come back through the guild hall and say hello to Grenada, and I'll let her know that you're taking something. Yes, Fern. I don't know why I did that.
Enchanter person here
What?
on the island yet? Is the enchanter here yet?
He's like, I'm not sure. You might ask the MGA that. I haven't heard yet.
Lorkris needs a magical weapon.
He has a magical weapon. He just needs it enchanted. Right?
It is not magical.
Oh, you... Really?
No, so the Gladius blade was not a magical weapon. It was a masterwork weapon. And since I shifted over to the glaive is just a standard glaive. The only reason why I've been able to, not the only reason, but the main reason why I've been able to do the types, or at least.
So you guys say this to him? You say this to him, to Mr. Jocko, that you're interested. Fern said he needs one, right? So
Yeah.
Mr. Jocko says, well, you might hold off on that for now. From what I understand, the general that put the quest out that you all completed may have sent an envoy to the island who's already en route. And it's entirely possible that envoy, from what I understand, he wants to meet with the guild and meet the team that saved the general's daughter. So you might hold off in buying anything right now, just in case. I mean, obviously get it. Let me know any regular items that you need, and I'll make sure that they're taken care of for you. And even minor magical items, I can do some of that shopping for you. But if you want to head over to the MGA's magic shop, the Emporium, let me know. That's fine, of course. It's always fun to see what they have. I think Rylar was telling me last night at the party that he appreciates the wand you gave him, but he could use some sort of magical rod instead. I don't know. It's what he told me. Rylar was like,
So yeah, if you have anything like that, or magic items that help somebody see in darkness.
He says, well, I don't have that, so that heading over to the Emporium might be worth it for you all to find those two particular items. Those are a little bit niche items. If you just have need of a particular, perhaps, just let me know regular type items. What was that, Fern?
Miss Red needs thieves' tools.
Oh, you know what? Before you leave, I think I have a set on hand.
Oh, okay.
Any other regular type gear that you need, let me know. I might have it here in the guild storage, or I can make sure that we get it for you. From now on, any types of those types of maintenance items, the things that you need, just let me know, and I'll make sure that you're taken care of. Obviously, even some minor magical items we can possibly get you for, so you don't have to go out of your way. But sometimes it's good to go to the Emporium to find that out of character. That's what I was calling it, right? The Emporium.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
To find what you need. Like, it's entirely possible they might have some sort of something that would give you the dark vision you're looking for, or what was the other item that you asked?
A rod.
Yeah, whatever Rylar was talking about. I honestly don't know, since I still haven't quite classified him, and I understand. So his actual classification, believe it or not, is pretty rare within the guild. I believe there are probably a couple more people who are classified as warlocks, but not a lot is known about them. And Rylar's like, I'm not a warlock, I'm a cleric of goo.
He is a cleric.
And Mr. Jocko says, right, Rylar, of course.
Cleric. You gotta remember, Jocko, cleric.
But you're a special kind of cleric, right, Rylar? Yeah. So you need a special kind of rod, right? And he says, yeah, that's right. That's what my head tells me. Yeah.
Rylar is a special type of cleric warlock. Right, Rylar?
Rylar is like...
So, Rylar, you said that your head told you that you need a rod. Was that goo?
Yes and no.
So, was it not goo saying to you, Rylar, you need to go get a rod or something? It's not that?
I don't really hear voices like that. No, Goo doesn't talk to me. No, not like that. I just thought of it. I thought of it in my. Sometimes I'll have these random thoughts pop into my head, and that's a random thought that I need a rod. I need a rod of some sort of keeper, packing rod, something like that.
Rod of the Pact Keeper?
That sounds kind of like it. Yeah, it's a keeper packing rod. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's head on over to the MGA.
All right. So your plan to the MGA is, do you guys head over to the quest clerk first, or to the Emporium?
I'm going to talk to the quest clerk about this frog quest.
All right. So the clerk lady is there. Hello. It's good to see you all again. It's one of the two people you've dealt with before.
Hello. I'm sure you had a lovely time reading through my last report.
She's like, well, I didn't get to see that one, but I heard good things about it.
That big. But I came to talk to you about this quest. So we weren't able to complete it while we were out last time because we kind of were working a more important mission. Is there a deadline for this?
She goes and gets her paperwork on the quest and looks it over, and she says, "There's been no new intelligence on this. It was reported, quite some time ago now. Basically, it doesn't appear to be something that's too much of a threat. So, I would say, based upon the particulars of this one, it doesn't look like there is actually a deadline for it. If it were more critical, like if these creatures were seen closer to one of the civilized areas, then there would be, and I'm sure that one of the other guilds would have already taken care of it. And I will say this, that no guild, none of the other guilds, this particular quest was not set up to be a multi-guild quest. So you all were the only ones to take it. So honestly, if you want to keep it and deal with it later, I mean, there's a bit of a risk, and if it turns out something is going on, and the creatures come closer to,
civilization.
Yes, well, specifically, if they come closer to Dulamar Colony, but there's enough land area that it seems unlikely.
I'm going to turn around and look at my group. So, do you all still want to keep the quest?
Sure.
Lorkris?
We can do it on the way to the tower.
The lady says, well, it's kind of on out of the way of the tower. You all want to do the tower quest, she says?
Yes, that was the other quest that I was going to ask you about more information for.
She says, well, that one is a special one. Mm-hmm. It's obviously meant, it's a little bit interesting. We have a couple of the ranked guilds who have contracted to do guard duty at that tower on a regular basis. And they have rotating shifts. It's basically a watchtower for that area to see any movement out to a certain range. Basically, because of its height and its positioning, it can spot quite a bit of movement across the plains, or it's also meant to potentially see any movement out of the I can't read it my own right. It's too far away.
The deep woods.
Deep woods?
The deep woods. See if there's any movement out of that. Of course, in the years that we've been here, there hasn't been, but it's there for that reason. And what to be honest with you, the watchtower sometimes can be quite dangerous because of its positioning where it's at. Sometimes there have been wandering monsters who've come through that area, both on land and in the air, that are quite dangerous. But the I don't want to spoil it too much for you. The reason why it's become a special kind of unofficial test, or really more of a rite of passage for adventuring guilds, adventuring teams to move up from silver to gold, is the rumor is that it's haunted, but apparently the haunting only occurs during the 3-moon phase of the rising and falling full moon.
Ghost stories, hey?
And so apparently, if you can stay the 3 nights in the tower, do a good job with the guard duty, and not soil yourselves from the experience of the whatever is creeping around in the tower, whatever's there. To be honest with you, it's almost like we leave it there, sort of, like I said, a de facto test, as it were. We could obviously make a quest to engage a team of perhaps cleansing clerics to go in there and truly investigate deeper. I believe actually some of the guilds have investigated and know the story behind the tower, but they purposely leave it as is, as again this rite of passage for adventurers to rank up and earn amongst the guilds. You know, obviously you can, just from your skills and capabilities, you can earn the gold pauper without the tower. But you earn a cachet of respect from the other ranked guilds if you have completed this particular quest.
Good to know. The next full moon is
11 days from now.
11 days from now. Okay.
I mean, so if it's 11 days from now and we are mandated to take a vacation of at least 5 days, that leaves us 6, so that's roughly the amount of time it would take us to get there.
So my question is, so guard duty is what, over a 3-day period?
Mm-hmm.
So do we have to arrive the day before the new moon?
Yes, there's a specific day you have to arrive and relieve the guard that's on duty, and vice versa. Specific day you will be relieved. Exactly. Always forget. Was it what, 70? No, it's 3 days. 72 hours.
72 hours.
It is 72 hours. Okay. Yeah.
That is 72 hours.
It's a 72-hour period that you must complete the guard duty in the watchtower. And keep in mind, sometimes even if you experience some of the haunting events, sometimes you don't ever spot anything and there's no problem. But we have had some teams, it's still dangerous because sometimes, again, wandering monsters come by, and it's a very heavily fortified tower though. So, but it is your duty to make sure that it does not fall to some sort of beast. Now, obviously, we want our adventurers alive. If it's overrun by a horde of giants or something, feel free to flee. You take care of yourselves. But if you have found to have fled because of the haunting, well, let's just say that the rest of the ranked guilds will give you a ribbing for that.
They can.
What did you say?
They can try.
Oh, she said that. Okay.
Kidding. I already know that it would be a valid reason to pick on us. I'm kidding. Sorry. Carry on. I am curious. You know how we killed those giants that were in the Ironcrest Hills? And then they were supposed to have like a caravan with them or something? Did anybody ever follow up with that?
So it wasn't in the Ironcrest Hills. That was actually in the hills just north of Novacrux Village.
Yeah, right next to the tower.
Yeah, well, but you weren't that far up to the edge of the hills. It was closer to Novacrux Village in the hills. But the bottom line is your question is a valid one. She says, "Oh, as a matter of fact, check the quest board. I believe that there's a new quest on that. The cleanup crew tried to go over there to check things out. Luckily, your report was so detailed, they went in with an extra force. But they apparently had to retreat because there's a small horde of goblinoid creatures who have basically set up camp there. Luckily, based upon your report, they're not entrenched because the fort was not completed. So there is a new...
We should totally take that quest. Can we take that quest? I would love to try to kill all of them. That is our mission.
What level?
Is there a time? Is there like a time limit on that one?
I will bring that up. Hang on a second. What did you ask, Druid?
Is there a time limit to complete it?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, the for that one.
I hope it's a fortnight.
It looks like that quest needs to be completed in 10 days. Because they want to make sure that...
Can we ask and see if we can do it after we do the tower and then come down and do that quest? Because we already know how the place looks and stuff because we already fought there. So I'm totally speaking for the group. Is everybody else okay with this idea? I'm sorry, I actually didn't ask you guys. Miss Ray?
As they're talking about it, I'm looking at the board to seeing if there's anything else that's new.
Yeah, there's new stuff, and we'll go over it. But just to be clear, this quest is where you guys beat the hill giants before, which is on the way to the tower. And
yeah,
if you're quick about it, it kind of makes the timeline a little tight, but you could technically, since this has to be done within 10 days, if you do it toward the end of it, or if you go a little bit early and camp out a couple of days, you can always just make it to the tower early or close to it. If that makes sense. Because it's literally right on the way, right?
Yeah.
Let me go back to the map scene so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
My character's also trying to plan out like how long it takes us to get to that area compared to getting to the tower. And then because we're supposed to take time off, we have to take 4 more days off.
Yeah, you can definitely, if you take 4 days off, it'd be cutting it close. If you take 3 days off, you could definitely do it, without a doubt.
Jocko would be upset with us.
Like, Jocko, we got to do this.
Because that would mean we'd leave not tomorrow, but the day after.
Rylar says, well, that's just, Miss Ray, that just means you gotta smooth talking like you always do.
So if we're gonna
Itching for a fight.
if we're going to take this quest to deal with the goblins, we're gonna need to give back the frog quest.
Rylar's are like, why? Can't we do it after we do the tower?
I mean, we could.
She said there's no time frame.
Yeah, but maybe another team wants to take. I don't know.
Well,
Do you guys
I'll do whatever you guys want to do. There's other quests, so let's look at the other quests, and then we can.
So
decide.
you also got to remember, we're going to be out for a long time because it takes us how long to get to Nova Crux Village?
To get to Nova Crux Village is just about.
It's like, what was it, 3 days?
Yeah, 3
Of
days.
course.
So it's 3 days, and it took us how many days to get to?
So it's
Those
11
giants?
days from now is when you're supposed to do the tower quest. The other one has to be done within 10 days. You're supposed to rest for 5 days. So technically speaking, you could.
4. We got 4.
You got 4 more days. So you could rest your full 4 days. But if you wanted to be safe about it, you could talk Mr. Jocko
Oh,
through.
no, I'm just trying to plan out our whole thing. So it's 3 days to Nova Crux Village. From Nova Crux to where we were at for the Hill Giants took us how many days?
Oh, like probably through that forest, maybe half a day. Actually, probably a day. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 days
Half a day
right
to a day.
there. And we've got to complete dealing with the goblins. That's going to take us another day. That's
Goblinoids, by the way.
goblinoids.
The report indicates that it's a mixture of goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears, the like, just like what you guys have faced before. But
Do it count?
go on.
So that's
Was it thorough?
going to be at least 5 days because we're going to need a rest after that battle. And then it takes us how long to get from there to the tower?
Half a day.
Half a day? So just to be safe, another day. That's 6 days. 6 days to at least complete a quest, then arrive early at the tower. We're going to be spending, at least another 5 days at the tower if we show up early, and then we got the 3 days there, so that's the 11, 12, 13, that's 14 days right now. And then from the tower to the swamp takes us how long?
3.
That's 17 days to get to the swamp, and then from the swamp back home, how long?
I think that was 5.
5.
So we're going to be gone for about 22 days at that point? Give or take a couple days, depending on anything else that we run into along the way. So we're going to be gone, we'd probably be gone for at least another month if we ended up taking on the frog quest too.
Rylar says, well, maybe we should look at what quests are available and decide after that.
We could, but you got to remember, the Goblinoid quest has a time frame.
Hour.
And so does the tower. If we miss that on the tower this month, we're going to have to wait a whole nother month. Because,
Well, let's just see what the other quests are.
Okay.
because
and
I also
then-
want to talk to somebody about the Coliseum too, and the only way to participate in the Coliseum is to have a gold popper. So, we can take a look at all the other quests, and then we can make a decision from there exactly what we want to do. Right?
Okay.
All right. So you guys check out the quest board. There is a new escort and support MGA cleanup crew in the Eastern Plains.
Under a copper quest?
Yeah, under copper quests, and an escort resupply caravan to Prenix Village.
And of course, spending the day assisting the top ranked guilds with errands and labor.
So the
I'll be
copper
back.
quests.
I can still hear you guys, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The copper quests haven't changed much then. Silver quests have changed a lot. There's a lot gone that some of you've done and some people, other people have done. For example, let's see. I'm just gonna go over what has been done. The giant spider infestation was cleaned out. The living forest was taken care of by you guys. Hunt the giant lobster was taken care of by you guys. Investigate the unknown nighttime people wandering the forest was handled by you guys. Scout the potential hill giant sighting in the hills north of Novacrux was by you guys.
Yep.
Investigate the strange beast sighting near Dulmar Lake.
That was us.
That was you guys. Explore the eastern hills beyond Rheingold Colony. A troll was found and defeated there by a different team. Next is clean out the manticore nest near West Raven Rock. That was taken care of except for one, and you helped with it.
We fell into that one.
Right. So those are all silver. There's 2 more new silver quests that exist. There's a new silver quest called Investigate Reports of Invisible Assassins Stalking Near the Guardian Keep of the Goldothian Mines. And there's a Hunt the Bullet in the hills far east of Rheingold Colony. Those are both silver quests. And then gold quests. We'll again go through the ones that are crossed out, that are finished. Search for lost party near Dead Man's Falls, north of Rheingold Colony, at the end of the river in Ironcrest Hills. That was upgraded to a joint mission status, minimum of 2 silver gold teams required. That one has actually been completed. There was not by you guys. There was investigate the reports of bog witches at Goldothian Swamp. You guys did that one. There are a few new quests. There are quite a few new gold quests. Let me tell you the other one that was completed.
So, quick question before we move on with the gold quest. Since we're silver level, we can only take on how many gold quests at once?
1.
So, investigate the frogs is a gold quest. The tower is a gold quest.
The tower doesn't count towards your count total though, because it's meant to be that official, kind of initiation type of quest.
Okay. So either way, if we take on another gold quest, it's only going to be 1. We're going to have to either take the giant frogs or pick a different one.
Right. Moving on, so there was one other one that was done. Locate and eliminate the goblinoid encampment near Riverbend Bridge, southwest of Goldothian Mines. Somebody else took care of that. Then the new ones are investigate sighting of giant bipedal frogs. Oh no, that's the one you guys have. Investigate the sighting of giant bipedal frogs in the hill south edge of Goldothian Swamp. New one is perform the 3-day guard duty.
That's not new.
Yeah, that's not new. Sorry. At Nightkeeper's Watchtower during the full moon. Rite of Passage quest. Next is eliminate the ghoul and white infestation that has cropped up in the old burial mounds northwest of Dulmar Lake. This is the area where early settlers had buried their dead. This quest was reinstated as the previous team that took it had to retreat. So it still is on the books. Next is investigate reports of bandits and pirates on the coastline near Dulmar Colony. Number 8 is investigate reports of a rampaging purple giant in the forest southwest of Novacrux Village.
I want
What?
She wants that quest.
the purple giant.
Next is engage and
One-eyed, one-horned,
exterminate
flying
the
purple
goblinoid horde in the hills northwest of Novacrux Village.
So that's where we were at before.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's the one we are wanting to take.
Yeah.
so if we do take that one, we have to give back the bipedal frogs.
Correct. You have actually 3 kind of juicy choices. I mean, yeah.
What?
Someone stole his chair.
What?
Did you grab my lipstick?
Oh, I did not. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I got the number away, otherwise it might be.
That is okay.
So have you
I
been
got
hearing
this
these okay there, Mr. Fate?
Oh yeah, I was literally dying of heat, so I switched into some shorts
Oh, no worries.
and left my glasses.
I mean, you were wearing a leather tunic and a leather belt, so I understand.
Oh, I know. I was just dying, which is weird because the rest of the house feels so nice.
I mean, it makes sense. You have the door shut. You have 2 computers running. You have lights going. It's going to heat that room up. Yeah.
I know.
So if you heard everything, we can only.
I did.
If we take the exterminate the goblinoid horde, we have to give back the bipedal frogs. We can only have 1 gold quest.
If you take the goblinoid horde, or if you take on the purple giant quest.
Yeah, Fern wants to take on the purple giant.
I mean, I think Lorkris is definitely more wanting to take on the goblin horde, because of everything with that bleeding eye banner. He wants to understand that over the purple giant or ogre.
But if you remember correctly, the hill giants also had the banner with them too.
The ones that you
defeated, where this
which is why Lorkris wants to go towards that goblinoid horde, because it's in that same spot.
Your characters kind of suspect that this may be exactly the team that, if you remember correctly, the hill giants were supposed to meet with some sort of commander.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to do the.
Purple giant rampaging southwest of Novacrypt village. That's pretty close to or at least, Misty City.
Not really.
No. But still.
It's
we don't deal with the purple giant.
Right here. It's about 3 days, or it's about.
I mean, you could accidentally fall on him.
I mean, that's very true. Yeah. At least we know that's out there, because there's a very good chance you might, honestly, accidentally come across it.
True.
I want to do the goblinoid one, because we've been there and we did the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's unanimous between the 2 of them.
Rylar, which quest do you want? Frogs or goblinoid horde?
I kind of want to see the purple giant. What happened when I hit it with a purple beamer?
What? I want to know too.
Who knows? We might run into the purple giant on the way.
Oh.
Like how we ran into that one giant on our way back.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
So, which quest do you want to do?
I go where you guys go. You're the boss lady.
If you had to pick.
I don't know how to pick.
You want to see frogs? That walk on 2 feet?
That sounds kind of cool, but that swamp is gross and stinky.
All right, it's settled. We're doing goblinoid horde.
Goblin horde.
All right. Yeah. So just for curiosity's sake, for interest's sake, though, you guys read over the platinum quests, because some of those have changed too. I'm going to reread all of them.
Yeah, sure.
So some of them are repeats. Platinum quests are assist with driving back the monster horde accidentally unleashed in the Goldothian mines. That's actually sort of a new one. Before it was meant to be sort of an official thing that you had to be invited by the MGA to go down there. But now they decided to make it a sign-up thing, and it's actually priority number 1 platinum quest to assist with driving back the monster horde accidentally unleashed on the Goldothian mines. And number 2 is find a way through the giant bramble wall of the deep wood, which you guys had heard about it before. I told you about before. Number 3 is discover a way through the Ironcrest Hills to the Orland Steppes in northern region. Basically kind of the same thing as the bramble wall, or just a different direction. Number 4, hunt for evidence and develop a theory as to why this island seems to have more aberrations and corruptions than any other lands in the most recent history of the main continent. Number 5 platinum quest is investigate how monsters are slipping past the Goldothian entrance elite guard. Determine how the goblinoid humanoids are making their way to the central villages, and how and why some of the bodies vanished before cleanup crews will arrive. That one is they basically combined several other ones that were different levels before into one bigger kind of solve these mysteries that we think are interconnected kind of thing. And yeah, so.
I walk back over to the clerk lady and I hand her back the bipedal frogs and tell her my team and I have decided we'd like to trade this for the goblinoid horde.
She says, now there's a special form that you need to fill out for turning in quests you haven't completed. There needs to be valid excuse, and in this instance, because there's no time frame on this particular quest, that's okay. With time frame quests, it's kind of frowned upon, obviously. So the Horde quest is a time frame quest. Are you sure you want to take it?
We were the ones that dealt with the hill giants in that same area.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I remember that. Okay, very good. All right then. Yeah, fill out this documentation. Give it.
There's not enough space on this documentation for me to fill out the reason why.
She looks at you.
You need an extra piece of paper.
Why don't you just tell me why, and I'll summarize it for you on it.
Okay. I start going into detail about the rescue mission.
She says, so basically you're saying that the rescue mission took priority to get the people back.
Yes.
All right. She puts that on there. That's a very valid reason. And so, sure enough, she stamps and reissues the old quest to put on the board and hands you guys. So I'm going to basically undo that one. And we're going to be putting an asterisk next to 3-day guard duty, the Night Keeper's Watch Tower, and the Goblinoid Horde. There you go.
Hoarders. But they have the dice over.
All right. Your quests have been accepted. Just ask you if there's anything else that you need help with.
I asked her, it's like, so there's ways to write out reports that aren't very detailed? This is fascinating to me.
She's like,
I think you would be capable of doing a not detailed report, even if you tried.
Got a point.
I mean, I guess the most correlative thing is when you do your "it's too long, I don't want to read it" sections of your reports.
Oh, you mean my summary sections that are still like 7 pages?
yeah. She says,
Yeah.
it's all right. This isn't, this is just a form. It's not a report.
Oh.
It's all right.
Okay. Well, I like to provide as much detail as possible.
Okay.
Because you are an artist with words.
That way when anybody has questions, I can go section 23, paragraph 7.
Wait, you've already memorized your part? I wrote it?
So Rylar's like, so are we gonna go by the Emporium before we head back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Myth Ray, Mr. Draco told me that I should probably come talk to you and be more assertive and ask for things that I need or want.
Yes.
Can we trade this War Smasher wand for my Rod of the Packing Keeper thingy?
We can see if the Emporium has one and if they'll let you trade.
Okay. Okay.
All right? I'll let you ask, and I'll help you out if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can help you be a little more assertive. Right,
Yeah.
team?
Yeah!
Yes.
See? We believe in you, Rylar.
Okay.
You can stand up for yourself and ask for what you want.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
I say goodbye to the clerk. Thank you for your time. we make our way over to the Emporium.
All right. So, talking to the folks there at the Emporium, you find that their first reaction to you asking about if they have a Rod of the Pact Keeper, they say, not sure, I've heard of what that is. But then one of the inventory managers that's working in the back overhears the conversation and says, no, we do have something like that. I think we have this magical rod that is a special use only, and he goes and gets it, and sure enough, like it makes sense that other people wouldn't have known exactly what it does or what it's for, but it's definitely you hand it to Rylar and he immediately feels like, oh yeah, this is gonna be so perfect. I feel like that Goo would be happy if I used something like this.
Should I say it? Should I say it?
What? Yes, say it. What?
You're a warlock, Rylar.
I didn't know what a locking. I like the battle, the stuff in Cleric of Goo and Uhus now.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
RP scene.
Oh, thank you.
We need to make a map of Misty City, so that when we're in the city, we see it.
Oh man. Okay.
What?
I mean, you're right.
You could have been like, that sounds like a great idea, and then just totally pretended.
That's true. I could have. By the way, I like making maps. I'm just like I was like, I hadn't thought of it, and you thought of it, and then also I'm like, it's gonna be a lot of work, but it would be kind of fun to do together.
I'd be down to make the map.
You should see some of the other maps
yes.
he's created on graph paper for like cities that I've been in for past campaigns.
Mm-hmm. You like the graph paper ones too? Right on. Yeah.
He's had some cool ones.
Unfortunately, they're all gone.
Oh.
But yeah, that's okay. I mean, I have a better idea on how to make the maps anyway. So
if you want you and I to do this as a project together, I would totally dig that, dude. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it digitally, or you want to actually draw it?
I don't know. We'll figure those details out later.
Okay. When do you want to want to talk about it? When do you want to arrange it?
We could talk after stream.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So, where were we? We were talking about. You were seeing if she would trade it for the. So let me take a peek real quick in the DMG on. Yeah. So, by the way, guys, I want to point something out that's kind of. Some of these D&D books are collectible, right? We were in a comic book store today. Some of the when the folks at Wizards print new books, sometimes they'll print a special edition version. Okay? Apparently, because this was such a limited print one, this particular book is worth over $500 now.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't even want to use it anymore. I just want to like shrink wrap it.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
We were wandering around this comic shop while we were waiting for our dinner to be made. Yeah, and David's like, is that the price for that? And the clerk behind the counter was like, yeah, it was because it's a limited print run and such. Yeah, that's how much it's going for. And I'm like, wow.
Don't we have that one? Yeah,
That's so cool.
Well, it's kind of like I was telling Stormy earlier. Like I have one of the very first Secret Layers sets for Magic the Gathering, the OMG Kitty set.
I bought 2 of them at the time. I bought one that I can open and one for just because, maybe it'll be worth more in the future. I paid $50 plus tax for it.
No, I thought it was 40 plus tax.
It was $40 plus tax for it. It's now worth $200.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So, what was I talking about? What were we doing? Oh, yeah, I remember. I was going to look up comparing I need to compare the Rod of the Pact Keeper.
So, stuff does go up in value. I was just like...
Yeah, obviously, you got to find someone willing to pay that, but... Just like magic cards, sometimes you find somebody who's willing to pay that because they want to actually collect it.
Funny, I bought that Secret Lair set because it's kitties.
No,
and I like kitties.
Yee.
And the art is just so cool. They're so cute, too.
Oh,
Let's see.
I love it.
So that's an uncommon...
Yeah, remind me after stream and I'll go grab my binder and I'll show you what the cards look like.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that wand again? Wand of the War Mage. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the lady, the Emporium lady, she says to you, well, they're both of those are uncommon magic items. We can negotiate how much you would pay above the price for swapping your Wand of the Warcaster for this rod. Of course, now keep in mind, she didn't even know what it was, didn't know that she had it. She had to let the inventory manager had to let her know they even had one. And so from that point of view, she, she doesn't have a lot of negotiating room. She's trying to negotiate you, trying to, sting you with it. But in reality, if you think about it, the Wand of the War Mage would be way more useful, because more people could use it, whereas the rod would have probably collected dust because there's so few.
So between you and me, I think it's a very equivalent trade because this rod would be sitting on your shelf forever because it's only useful for a particular set of people. Whereas the Wand of the War Mage here, you probably have a bigger pool of people that are willing to pay more than asking for it.
Roll your, what is that, persuasion?
11. I rolled a 2.
Oh wow, you rolled crappy.
Yeah.
She sighs and she says, well, okay. I'll swap it straight across.
Because we're also looking for other items too.
Oh, okay. What else were you needing?
Do you have anything that allows somebody to see in the dark?
Let me check. We had some goggles of dark vision recently, but I think they got bought the other day. Let me go back in the back and talk to the inventory manager, and who's already gone back in the back, and she brings him out a little bit, and he comes back out, and this time he comes out with a fairly nice looking magical helm, obviously a helmet, and he says, so we have this. It's not goggles, but it's a helmet that confers the same capabilities as goggles of dark vision.
I look at Lorkris going, what do you think of the helm? To help you see in the dark.
So the helm is an open face helm, and it basically, the kind that has the nose bridge and the kind of what's
the rivets?
Huh?
Riveting or like
no?
placing?
Well, no. Actually, I was going to say the shape is the shape of what's that card? You have hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spade. It's a spade shape opening, right?
Okay.
And so it's got that kind of, and then but it also has some kind of cool looking horns that come out and come around and down.
looking at pictures of helmets that fit your description.
Is it like the ancient Nordic helm in Skyrim?
Forget the horns.
Because they have the open head and then they have the horns that come down and forward.
Oh, I guess I was thinking about that.
That's the first thing that comes to mind from your description.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, but
okay.
That'd be cool.
Oh, how much is it?
It's an uncommon. She says, starting asking price we're asking is 3,000 gold.
I want to do an investigate. Well, I want to figure out the actual value of it.
So roleplay that you asked that.
No, I want to try and like appraise it.
You're gonna have to handle it to appraise
Yeah.
it. So you're gonna have to roleplay asking for it.
I'm gonna ask, like, may I take a closer look at it for, like, looking at it for
Right.
like dents and anything.
Now go ahead
like
and
that.
roll your investigation.
24.
Because it's magical, it doesn't have any tarnish, and there aren't any real dents in it. It looks in great shape. But based upon that, it's not like it gives extra protection, other than, it would fit with anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, although you think to yourself that that there's an enchanter coming, and the fact that it's already enchanted would mean that you could potentially add more enchantments to it. So maybe it could actually do more than eventually, if you pay money to enhance it, you do more than just give him dark vision. But right now, it's basically just a helm of dark vision. And value-wise, you figure 3,000 is at the very upper limit of what you would pay for it. More than likely, you could, if this were back on the mainland, you could get it for somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. What were you about to ask there, Lorkris?
2 questions. One, does it require attunement? And 2, it's only regular dark vision, not magical darkness, correct?
Well, it's the same dark vision that everybody else has, except for Rylar. Yeah.
I'm just making sure if you can see through magical darkness as well. Yeah.
Whatever. So, does regular dark vision give the ability to see through magic?
No, it does not.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure because.
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to ask because I always forget between 3.5 and 5th ed. So.
Yeah, dark vision is just regular darkness, but non-magical darkness. You still can't see through it unless you have.
You mean magical
sight.
darkness?
Magical darkness, yes.
Right,
Yes. I am interested.
So, by the way, it's similar shape to like the Skyrim helm, but it's not as thick and old and crusty looking as one of those. It's
of course.
Yeah, and it doesn't have rivets. It just has an embossed overlay on the edges, and so kind of. But it definitely. I mean, it would not clash with your current armor at all.
I'm gonna look at her behind the counter and go, so all this helmet does is provide the wearer with dark vision? That's it?
Does it require attunement?
Oh, no, it doesn't require attunement.
No? Okay.
Nothing else?
He says, no, but it's quite valuable. Especially if you make it down to the Goldothian mines.
Something like this on the mainland goes for way less than what you're asking for it. So
I'm gonna let you roll your I believe it's persuasion to try and negotiate down, right?
yes. 13. I rolled low.
Yeah, you're rolling crappy today. What'd you roll?
A 4.
Jeez.
She says, I don't know. I could probably let it go for 2,500. You know, so the more you think about it, you're like, you know what, this is, it's uncommon, not rare, and she's asking for really rare prices. You could give it another shot, and
You know, this is
I mean, that's a lot of money. If it was like devil sight thing or something, then yeah, but this is just dark vision.
Are you gonna try and assist her? Okay, so both of you roll now. Actually, no, both of you don't need to roll. You assisting her just basically gives you advantage. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
you want me to roll again?
But with
you're trying to
advantage.
negotiate, right? What are you shooting for? What price are you shooting for?
2,000.
No. I told you that it's probably only worth at most 1,000, 1,500.
Oh, then
Wouldn't you trying to get down as far as you could?
yeah, so 1,000.
All right.
I have a 19.
The most you can get her down to is 1,500.
Deal. Take. Lorkris, do you
Anything else?
you want this to come out of your fund or party fund or what?
Your fund?
Or half out of yours, half out of party?
Oh. I mean, sure.
How
If
would
you
you
want
like
to use.
to pay for this?
I could pay for it. Can I buy it for you, Lorkris? I'm going to buy it for Lorkris.
Do you have enough money? How much gold do you have?
I have 2,321.
Are you gonna let her pay for the whole thing?
Pay for the whole thing. You cannot stop me. I already did it. The money's gone.
Okay. That's so
Money's
Fern
gone.
and Druid.
Okay.
Everybody hesitated, so I took it.
So,
Alright.
just out of curiosity, it doesn't ruin your vision of the character, right?
No. I was actually thinking of. Yes. I'm down. 100% down.
Okay. Well, cool. And obviously the figurine doesn't have a helmet, but that's all right.
No, that's fair. There's a part of me now. Fate wants to give it, matlocks. So it looks like Lorkris has hair, finally. But no, I'm not there. Not doing that. But okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
All
down. Okay. I'll just make a custom item for it. Yeah, or unless there's a particular item that falls under that.
I don't
can
think
actually
so.
add to.
I don't think it exists. I think I made it up. I mean, if you do find it, then you can use that. But otherwise, you can just make a custom item.
Okay, cool. And then dark vision to 60 feet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that I'm looking at the right distance. Okay. Thank you. I don't know what to say other than thank you.
So, excellent. Was there anything else you wanted to do here, either in the Emporium or in the MGA? MGA Administrative Building?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, no. I meant to ask the clerk before we went over to the Emporium, who do we talk to about getting more information about what goes on in the Coliseum?
You go back to the quest clerk?
Yes.
And she says, oh, well, that,
She says a lot of that's on hold right now because of what's going on in the Godolphin mines.
I understand, but I mean, we explored a new part of town yesterday and didn't realize there was a Coliseum.
She says, well, honestly, your guildmaster should have all the information you need on the Coliseum and, how the guilds, ranking system works.
I understand the ranking system. I'm more curious about like how the Coliseum got built and why.
Oh, she says,
Can I find that information in the library?
Yeah. So during your vacation time, you want to take some of your vacation time to spend time in the library to learn more about the Coliseum. Are you looking for specific information, or is it just character interest?
Character interest.
Okay.
Just general information. She's a bard. She wants to know why certain things are built. And also during the vacation time, she does take Fern with her over to the hospital to visit her new friends. So Fern can go check out the greenhouse.
Really great to say that. Thank you for knowing that what Fern wants.
So you two are in sync.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I want to go check on our new friends too.
Yeah. Make sure they are okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if the food tastes good, and if the food is really shitty, then we'll bring them better food from the Castaway Inn. And if they want alcohol, we'll smuggle it in. If they don't, whatever.
So, yes, the food is really shitty, and so you do end up bringing them food and drink during your vacation time, and they're so thrilled that you guys come visit them, and
I do put on a small performance for everybody in the hospital too.
So I want everybody. I'm gonna roll randomly. Oh, that's cool. Go ahead and roll me. We'll have that not right now. So, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll randomly, and I want each of you to tell me one or two things that you want to do during your vacation time. Okay? So let's start with Rylar. Rylar wants to eat cupcakes, train with Lorkris and with the muscle men, and spend time with Fern in her garden, and practice his abilities, and follow Miss Ray around. And he has lots of things that he wants to do, and he just kind of, wings it. So next is going to be Lorkris.
Tell
me one or two things that you want to do during your 4-day vacation.
4-day vacation. I want to go talk to the what's her face? I don't know if it's a female. That doctor about understanding more of the process of what's happening with Lorkris's eyes.
Oh, you want to go talk to the head nurse and go talk to her research department like she had talked about?
Yes.
All right. Is that something you want to role play, or you want me to exposition the next time that we get together?
We can exposition the next time we get together.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to do, or is that the main thing that you wanted to do?
That'd probably be the main thing, because we already solved the dark vision problem.
Yeah, that's true.
However, I think in replace of that, to kind of fall in line with Rylar's idea of wanting to train with Lorkris, Lorkris is 100% like, yes, let's go ahead and do it. And then also, while training, would like to show Sylvis, like, look what I have, from what you taught, look where I've like extrapolated that from. It finally clicked, and kind of like give him thanks, and then show like, this is what I've done. Any tips to make it more efficient and just for flavor? Your
sentinel feat, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically doing some training with Lorkris, Rylar, and Sylvis, and then also talk to the medical research department. Man, my handwriting is terrible. Will I be able to? All right. So make sure you remember that for next week. And all right, then let's go over to. Well, you like to roll 4s, don't you, Dadgum? Is that thing weighted? It's like 3 4s in a row. All right, Emillynn Ray.
So what Emillynn wants to do on her 4-day vacation is
Library, one thing.
Library.
Mm-hmm.
Also visiting friends at the hospital, bringing them food, putting on some performances. Talking to Mr. Jocko about the quest we traded in and the new quest we picked up, and kind of grill him, or not necessarily grill him, but ask him about if he has any more information about what to expect at the tower.
So you want to talk to him about quests, tower, and maybe even the Colosseum.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, ask him if he still has my summary from when we fought the Hill Giants. That way I can take a look and remember the layout of the area that we were in.
Good thinking. All right. Fern.
And then, of course, performing at the Castaway Inn when I can.
Oh, yeah.
So, I want to spend time in the garden. And then I want to bother all of the people when we were at the hospital about seeing what their greenhouse looks like.
What was
and
that
I want to spend time there.
Sorry, you're so fast. I'm writing these down so that we know.
Oh.
She wants to spend time in the garden.
Oh, garden.
Spend time in the garden. And then I want to bother all the people at the hospital about seeing their greenhouse and stuff.
Hospital greenhouse.
And spend time at the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And help if I can.
Okay.
And then she wants to, spend time just mostly in the garden and probably talking to Chonkapillar at the base of the tree and stuff. And she's probably going to Druid craft faces on every single tree in the garden. And
Okay.
and then the tree. She does want to try to talk to the tree that has the Melora symbol underneath about if they know if they could feel the plants that are the plants that are
I'm gonna write talk to Melora tree, and then you can
talk to Melora tree.
You remember what you want to talk to him about that. And so some of these items I'll exposition, and some items will roleplay.
Oh,
okay.
One other thing that I wanted to do on the vacation is if Team 2 is still around, I'd like to get Arlena's input on any of the monsters that they've fought. Like, if they've noticed anything particular about them that maybe we should know.
Well, we'll just say that I'll just say that with you now that so far they've fought stuff well below your pay grade.
Oh,
so.
okay. But still, it'd be nice to have information if they fought other hobgoblins.
You have that conversation with her, and it turns out that you can provide more information to her than the other way around.
Okay.
Anything else, Fern? You're completely cut out. What?
Whoa.
Also, make sure to bother Jocko about learning how to make the hangover cure.
Oh yeah, hangover cure. Wow.
Fern wants to do a lot on vacation. Are you sure you're taking vacation?
Most of the time, it's just her hanging out in the garden, just making faces on trees and talking to them.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's a perfect time and place to wrap up. I know we're a little bit early tonight, but what we'll do is next week we'll role play a few of these items.
Not next week, the week after.
Excuse me, not next week, the following week. We'll role play a few of these items, and then the rest of them I'll exposition for you guys, and then probably should be able to get through it quickly enough that we can head out on your next set of quests.
Going to take on some goblinoids and then spending a couple nights in a haunted tower.
Mm-hmm.
Tower.
Oh, Dada.
The Tower of Terror.
Did Fern rob a bank in her sleep like Poison Ivy did? Did you, Fern?
No, she just doesn't spend her money on anything.
Yeah.
And so
And Lorkris hasn't had to buy anything outright for quite some time.
And she doesn't really need anything, so she would rather spend the money on Lorkris than on herself. Because she doesn't need anything. She doesn't want anything. And Lorkris wants stuff. So basically her money is part of the party fund. Because she doesn't actually give a crap about money.
Rylar's basically the same way. So.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of I treat Rylar's portion as an emergency fund for the party. Oh, if the party fund doesn't have enough, I just pull it out of Rylar's. I'm like, okay, we're good. So, why when we split everything, I'm like, party fund, Rylar's fund.
Your own fund.
My own fund. So, yeah.
All right. Well, guys, it's been a phenomenal evening, and appreciate you all so much. Look at that. He's even ready for sleep.
Oh, yeah. I'm
All that arm
sleep?
wrestling.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, no.
It's still early for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only 8.
Yeah.
It's not even.
We
8 o'clock yet.
still have 2 more hours of sunlight, too.
Or more.
Or more.
Yeah, whatever.
2 more. Wait,
Does-
are you serious? It's
Yeah, it doesn't
sunlight
really get
until
dark
10
until
o'clock?
like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is what I've realized is why like my sleep cycle is so off, is because I'm used to, like in California where it's like, oh, about this time it starts to get dark, and then you just hit in the sleepies, and then nope,
Washington.
it's like, oh, it's 10 o'clock, and you're like,
It's still
I
sunny
can
out.
still see across the street.
But in the wintertime, the sun rises at like 8 a.m. and then sets
That's
at
like-
4 p.m. So, I mean, there's the pros and cons.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a vampire. Pseudo vampire. Yeah.
You want to be a vegan vampire?
No. I'm gonna do it. I do it right. No. I just want sparkle. Okay.
No sparkles.
No sparkles.
No sparkles.
Good.
But you guys in chat sure do sparkle for us, so we love you all. And
Yes.
so thank you so much for
I like
hanging out tonight. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
I like the flames.
Those are cool.
cool.
Rockster, oh man, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Super cool.
Eric is like, yay, more work for Stormy.
What's that, a Harry Potter reference? Yes, you're a warlock, Rylar.
You're also wearing that leather tunic. Eric, I was wearing that leather tunic, and then it got really warm in here. I had to take it off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
alrighty.
yes.
So that's it. We're going to wrap up for tonight, guys. Thanks again for joining us. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure. Remember, next week we're taking a break from D&D. We're still going to stream at the same time for some other stuff and a little bit of talking about character creation and some multiplayer game testing. So
Excellent.
and of course, don't forget to check out Fate stream tomorrow night. And Druid stream this week on either Tuesday or Thursday or both. And of course, I'll be here Monday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday probably, more than likely. Kill's here too. Woohoo!
As always, thank you everybody in chat for joining us tonight. Thank you especially to our mods for monitoring our chat when we're not paying attention.
And for
Absolutely.
and for D Gamer Aries for keeping the chat going while we're playing. Thank you guys so much. Big hugs and loves to all of you all. And we'll see you again soon. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. I love you.
Finish my heart, you.
Don't leave her hanging.
You love me.